Broadcast. Here we go. Aloha to those of you tuned in once again for some more Inspirational Team Tarot. This is a late night broadcast. Thank you so much for joining in. My name is Mystic Spider-Man, aka Brendan, and happy to be able to have you here for another opportunity for us to be able to tap into the infinite wisdom of the universe, to be able to hang out as a team, to be able to have some fun, to be able to get goofy. It usually happens with the late night crowd, and yeah, to be able to help build the team once again. So we'll get things started here in the next couple moments. For those of you who are tuned in on Instagram, Butterfly, thank you so much for joining in. For those of you on TikTok as well, feel free to jump over to YouTube. You can click the link in my profile and do that now, and allow me to just click a few more buttons so that we can get things set up on all platforms. And yeah, we'll get things going with some more readings momentarily. And I think we're going to start off with maybe the Sacred Spirit deck. We'll start off with that one tonight. And again, the way how these works, if you're here for the first time, this is an opportunity for you guys to be able to help fuel this broadcast by contributing with contributions on PayPal or Patreon. And when you contribute on PayPal with a $5 contribution, you can help facilitate the next on-air reading. And if you want to also be able to join in on Patreon, that's a monthly contribution option there. And when you join in on the Patreon, there's a lot of awesome perks and benefits that you can get involved with further within the team. And again, that's a monthly contribution, and there's the $11 contribution and the $33 contribution. And the $33 contribution is the best value contribution. And that includes monthly one-on-one sessions with me, and also a super beautiful Light Guardian crystal. So if you guys are looking to be able to get some additional Light Guardian crystals into your inventory, then definitely check out the Patreon, and definitely check out the $33 level there as well. Sacred Mystic Tarot, thank you so much for joining in. Awesome to be able to see other tarot readers here. And yeah, we're going to be getting things started in the next little bit. You guys are welcome to also be able to join in on Twitch. I'm live on Twitch at twitch.tv/Mystic Spider-Man if you guys want to be able to jump over there. Quick note, for those of you who are able to, feel free to jump over to my TikTok and hit that like button on my TikTok. For some reason, my TikTok doesn't really I don't know if the feed doesn't get delivered, or maybe I'm shadow banned, or or whoever. But if you guys want to jump over to TikTok and just smash that like button for a little bit, that'll be appreciated, since that will help more people tune into the broadcast. So we'll get things started here in the next couple moments, and thank you again, everyone, for tuning in. If you guys would like to be able to get things rolling with a contribution on PayPal or Patreon, go ahead and do that as soon as you're ready. The link for that is in the info for this for my profile. And yeah. Candace, thank you so much for joining in. Great to be able to see you guys once again. And oh, Astrolo Gal, thank you so much for joining in as well. And yeah, let's get right into our first reading, and I'll use the Sacred Spirit deck. So Sacred Spirit deck, super beautiful deck. So again, for anybody who's tuned in right now, go ahead, leave some comments in the chat. This isn't just about tarot. This is about hanging out with some other awesome people. This is about bringing together a global team of Light Guardians. So if you're here, this is an invitation, an opportunity for you to be able to connect with the other creators, and to be able to just hang out, and for you to be able to receive some inspiration, and for you to be able to help co-create this broadcast experience as well. So as we do this, you guys are welcome to just be able to join in and contribute in the chat. And again, if you want to be able to join in with a on-air, to be able to facilitate an on-air reading, what I mean by that is basically we'll do a little bit of a meditation, and you'll choose which card we pull through your intuitive guidance. We'll pick a card based on your intuition, and you can sign up for that by contributing on PayPal or Patreon. And again, if you guys want to just be able to help add your fuel to the broadcast, go ahead and do that when you guys are ready, and the link for that is in my profile. I'd love to even just be able to get even one Patreon sign up tonight. If we can get one Patreon sign up tonight, that will be super awesome. I'm not entirely sure how late we'll be up tonight. We do have some more broadcasts happening tomorrow as well. But with that said, we'll get things rolling. And thank you again, everyone, so much for joining in. So we'll get right into our first reading. And yeah, thank you guys, and let's have some fun. And for those of you on Instagram, again, go ahead and click the link in my profile to be able to join in on YouTube. And let me just make sure everything's set up here, and we'll keep an eye open for any contributions on PayPal and Patreon as they roll in. So perfect. All right, we're good to go. Cool. If you guys are ready for this first reading, drop an 1111 in the chat. Let me know. And thank you again. So here we go. Hey Jennifer, I can see you on TikTok. Yeah, Jennifer, since you're on TikTok, if you don't mind, if you're already tuning in anyways, there's a little heart button somewhere down in the corner. If you hit that button a few times, it adds likes to the video, and I think those likes actually like help it reach more people. I think that's how it works. So if you guys want to like the video on TikTok, feel free to do that, and we'll experiment and see if that makes a difference. So go ahead, head team, drop those 1111s in the chat if you guys are ready for this first reading, and we'll get right into it. And again, when we do this, everybody has their own style for readings. When I do my readings, I like to be able to do it in a way where it's a collective reading for the team. And the intention here is to show us what we need to see. So every reading that we do, it's for whoever's tuned in right now, whoever who synchronistically happens to be here. And again, we'll do a little bit of a meditation. We'll collectively, as a team, put forth that intention, show us what we need to see. And then with that, we will pull the card and dive a little bit deeper into the message and the meaning. So awesome. Thank you again, everyone. And yeah, let's just get right into the first reading, and we'll just go with things. And thank you guys for holding space. And takes a lot of energy to be able to do these broadcasts on the regular. So it's definitely worth it when you guys tune in and just share your feedback. All right. So for everybody here, just joining in for a little bit of a meditation, and we'll get things rolling. And again, for those of you on TikTok and Instagram, feel free to join in on YouTube. That's the primary camera feed, and link for that's in my profile there. So right now we don't have too many people tuned in on YouTube, so if you guys want to jump over there, feel free to populate the chat and yeah, get the party started. So all right, jumping into this first reading with the Sacred Spirit Oracle deck. For everybody here, go ahead and join us in a quick little meditation. And oh, hey, Wild Woman Awakening, thank you so much. You don't, is there a heart button on TikTok? I think do you just tap the screen? Like there's a way where you just like press it and then it's like pew pew pew, and it like sends up these little hearts. And then because right now it says like 0 likes, but I think the likes on there, sometimes it like sends it out to other people when you do that. Yeah, now we're doing it. Keep smashing that like button. I don't know if it makes a difference. I think it does. I don't know, but if you guys want to contribute that way, that's super appreciated. Wild Woman Awakening, thank you so much. Again, thank you for engaging with my content earlier today. I know you just came across our stuff here. And again, when we do this broadcast, this isn't just tarot. This is about being able to bring together people who are passionate about being able to help assist with a shift in consciousness. This is inviting people to our team of conscious media creators. So if you guys are looking to be able to connect further with our team, definitely go ahead and check out the Patreon. Again, that's our monthly membership option. When you join on the Patreon there's the option to be able to get involved further with the community as a leading member, which gives you access to our private community events, access to me as a conscious media creation coach, access to our conscious creator collaborative circles, and access to our dream discussion circle coming up this weekend that me and Lacey are hosting. So let's get right into our first reading. For those of you who feel called to contribute on PayPal or Patreon, go ahead and do that as soon as you're ready. Links in my profile, and we'll keep the readings rolling. So let's get right into our first one with the Sacred Spirit deck. So if you're new, feel free to just hang out, vibe out, and if you guys want to jump over to YouTube, click the link in my profile. So here we go. For everybody here, when you're ready, just take this opportunity to join us in this swift little meditation and gently close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, just allow yourself to connect with your breath. Soft, gentle inhales and soft, gentle exhales. As you breathe here, just allowing yourself to be in this space of gratitude. Gratitude for yourself, for this space, for this community, for the messages we are here to receive. From this space of gratitude, we'll focus our attention on the intention, show us what we need to see. We being the individual, we being the collective, we being the team. So for everybody here, focus on that intention, show us what we need to see, and send that intention up like a beam of light into the heavens. Speak that intention with your heart, speak with your mind, speak with your words, speak with your soul. Right now, our collective focus, you guys make the difference. As you continue to focus on this intention with a softness in your heart, just keep that there. And when you're ready, you guys can gently open your eyes and then allow yourself to take this moment to be able to type any wizard noises into the chat, and I'll charge the deck a little bit more, and we'll split the deck together here as a team. So do you feel the magic here and now? It's so ripe in each and every single day. I'm so grateful that we have these opportunities for us to play, because each and every single card has a message for you and me. So I'm so fortunate that there are people who are tuning in oh so synchronistically. So as we allow ourselves to stay up late this night, we will see what messages come through to help us continue to illuminate our light. And so together in this moment, we shall split the deck and we shall see what message the universe has. Sound effects. All right, let's get right into our first reading here. Oh, beautiful. This is a beautiful card to be able to start off with, and we're going to be keeping things pretty chill. I'm not going to be going like super crazy with the readings here. Oh, and I just flipped open to the right page. I just like literally just flipped open the book. I didn't even have to look for it. So cool, we're off to a good start. So the card that we have pulled, for anybody who's tuned in right now, for everybody who is tuned in right now, is card number 18. Ground your light, let your soul shine. Card number 18. Ground your light, let your soul shine. Thanks, Frame Breeze for the compliments on my sound effects there. I put a lot of work into the sound effects. It's actually saying I think I want to get like a sound effects board where I can like pre-record myself making sound effects and then like press it on the fly. Wizard noises. All right. So let's take a moment here to just be able to visually acknowledge what's on the image of the card, and then we're going to dive a little bit deeper by reading here within the book, and then we're going to go a little bit further as I just kind of channel some inspiration from my heart to yours. So for everybody who's here, again, welcome. Feel free to just allow yourself to just hang out, get an experience of what it is that we offer here, and again, if you're here, this message is for you. So card number 18, ground your light, let your soul shine. Beautiful image here. Again, this is artwork by our friend Lewis Dyer. You can see this image of this individual kind of like painted here in this color of black, but I think the black in itself just illuminates these points of light all throughout the spine. And again, for those of you on TikTok or Instagram, join in on YouTube now so you can see the primary camera. So if you're still on TikTok or Instagram, now's a good time to be able to join in on YouTube, because I'm just kind of like showing it to this camera real quick. So again, just visually explaining what we have here, this beautiful image. And again, in the process of looking at this, you can really begin to see the details. And you can see that this individual is basically just kind of like sitting in an open field, but in the process of doing so, they're like tapped into this ocean of energy, tapped into the infinite wave of creative source energy all around them. And just kind of sitting there vibing out on the grass. Again, I'm just explaining it literally. This is just a literal explanation. Obviously, when you see this image, you can see it for yourself. But just looking at this image, what do you feel? What do you feel when you look at this image? Take a moment there. Do you see yourself in it? And yeah, some beautiful depictions of this like illuminated light source. It's like the sun on psychedelics right there, man. So anyways, let's dive a little bit deeper. Gonna read from the book here. Again, as we do this, we'll keep things rolling along, and we'll keep an eye open for any contributions on PayPal or Patreon. So if you guys are hanging out with us tonight, you guys help fuel this broadcast. Your contributions on PayPal and Patreon, from there, we'll keep doing consecutive readings. And again, let's work towards working on getting a new Patreon tonight with 101. So currently at 100. Thank you again to our Patreon supporters, and we'll explain more about that as we go. So for those of you who are here, just allow yourself to just be open to receiving the message and the wisdom and the insight of this card. If you're here, this message is for you. So card number 18, ground your light, shine your light on the world, let your soul shine. The method of grounding our energy body, auric fields, and consciousness is to solidify our being in the present. Through the grounding process, our emotional, physical, and spiritual bodies become unified, bringing balance and well-being to our soul and our spirit. If anything we say resonates with you within this reading, drop an 1111 in the chat. You guys are welcome to even just kind of like chit-chat about it. Hey, Pisces, thanks for joining in our late night tarot here. While this practice can be challenging, it is important for you to remember that you are influenced energetically by your environment. Grounding anchors your energetic fields and connects you to your emotional body while being present and mindful within those moments. Strengthening your aura and your emotional and physical body is the primary goal of mindfulness, as we feel everything that we experience through this energetic space. You are doing yourself a disservice if you refuse to honor your own shining light. Embrace the inner spark that sets you apart from anyone else. Claim and accept who you are as an individual, so you can thrive in life. Embrace yourself with this new confidence. Currently, you may be feeling sluggish, unmotivated, and energetically flat. Your energy is disturbed across different areas, is distributed across different areas of interest, and therefore is making you weaker. Pay close attention to how your body reacts around certain people, places, and situations. It is up to you to develop healthy personal and physical boundaries. Right now, you need to ground your own light. Come back to your heart space and center yourself in the present moment. Make yourself consciously aware of your breathing. Is it slow? Is it fast? Is it intermittent? Integrate your physical space, your physical body, with positive charge by grounding your new and current experiences with breathwork. Bringing in new light energy through your crown chakra and anchoring your sacred self through the earth chakras will assist the grounding process. More importantly, never give power to anyone to dim your light. You are lighthouse and deserve to shine your light across the night. Shadow aspects: shyness, people pleaser, self-sacrifice. Sacred crystal, red jasper. Angel assistant, Archangel Sandalphone? Never heard of that archangel. Kind of got the short end of the stick on that name though. Its name's like Sandalphone. It's a cool name, I'm not gonna lie, I've just never heard it before. Archangel Sandalphone, energetic grounding, being in the present. Affirmation: I anchor and ground my divine light in my heart. I am free. Yeah, they're just making these archangel names up. Anyways, all right. It's like Archangel Pokeroo. Like, oh, you haven't heard of them? Like, what's going on here, man? All right. Hey, Carly, thank you so much for joining in. Happy to be able to have you guys here. Carly holding down the space on the Twitch. Carly, if you want to be able to like invite in more people to the broadcast, you seem to know more about that than I ever have figured out yet on Twitch. So there's a way to be able to invite more people. Feel free to do so. And yeah, we'll get things rolling. It's a small crowd right now, but it's a late night crowd. So let's dive a little bit deeper into this card. And again, for those of you on TikTok and Twitch and Instagram and YouTube, if you guys want to be able to join in and have a reading for yourself on air, that will be for yourself and the collective, go ahead and contribute on PayPal or sign up for the Patreon if you're ready to be able to do that. And yeah, let's keep things rolling here. So we'll keep an eye open for any new PayPal contributions. And I love you guys so much, and let's have some fun. Honestly, like, I'm pretty tired right now, but it's not going to stop me from really just allowing this energy to make this broadcast even more ridiculously fun. So we'll just embrace the fact that I'm kind of tired, but at the same time, I'm like hyped up on coffee. So it's like, we're going to get a little bit sloppy here. I'm not going to lie, but it's going to be fun. So, all right. Hey, Sheena, thank you again for joining in. And I'll just post a link real quick for those of you looking to be able to contribute on PayPal or Patreon. And yeah, I'd love to be able to get any, again, with the PayPal, you guys can contribute a $5 reading, like a $5 contribution for the next reading, and you can facilitate that. But if anybody's like, hey, you know what, like, here's $12, here's $20, go ahead and do that, and then that just kind of leads into like consecutive readings. So like one person could literally fuel the broadcast for the entire night if you guys want to do that. But again, definitely encouraging guys to check out the Patreon, and definitely encouraging guys to check out the $33 level on the Patreon, which is the best value there as well. So let's dive a little bit deeper as we explore more about this card. So grounding your light. Again, if anything I say here resonates with you, drop those 1111s in the chat. So this is a very, very beautiful card. And again, the image here, I love it. I love just being able to see this image, which again, I think for a lot of us, you know, this image has a feeling to it. And for a lot of us, this feeling can be kind of like few and far between. It can be something that we don't really give ourselves the gift of too often. And I think that's kind of the idea, is that, you know, when it comes to grounding your light, no one's going to do that for you. It really is something that you need to be able to take the initiative on. And even yesterday, we were talking a lot about rituals and routines. And those rituals and routines are a great way to be able to bring ourselves back to center, bring ourselves back into that heart space. But in the process of doing so, you know, that's another version of grounding. So you can think of grounding as, again, you know, like literally getting your shoes off and getting out there into the grass and putting your feet onto the earth and developing that energetic like rhythm, that energetic connection between yourself and the earth rhythms, which in itself is incredibly beautiful. And it's a multitude of many things, a multitude of many things. I think I need more coffee. So with this, again, it's really also this idea that the process of grounding is the integration. This is what I'm trying to say, is the integration of a state of being that is cultivated through the breath, that is cultivated through the physical practice, that is cultivated through the intention, that is cultivated through the mind, that is cultivated through the meditation. And so this card is a beautiful reminder to be able to check in with yourself, and to really be able to remind yourself that perhaps there are times in your life where grounding is something that you can do a little bit more of. Because, when you're going out there into the world, especially first thing in the morning, if you just kind of like run out the door, you might trip over your own feet. You might just kind of like stumble out the door. But then, they're like, we've all had those days where it's just kind of like, it's just like, I don't care. I'm just going to freaking just like brute force my way through the day. And you still make it through. Like, you still actually manage to be able to do it. But imagine if you were to take those extra 5 minutes to really just be able to anchor into that energy, to really just be able to take that extra moment where you can just connect in with the breath. And in the process of connecting with the breath, again, it's also being able to connect in with your intention, connecting in with your gratitude, connecting in with the present moment, connecting in with the process of, much like we talk about in our meditations, it's this idea of being able to like fill your cup. So this process of grounding is really this process of plugging in. And the process of plugging in is not just plugging into the ground, but it's a process of being able to ground, in the sense of being able to cultivate stability, cultivate confidence, cultivate form, cultivate a state that you can carry with you throughout the rest of the day that will be stable. So if you think about it, as you move throughout your day, if you're quote unquote not grounded, little circumstances are going to come your way, and then, like something may not really go to plan, and somebody just comes and they just kind of like push you gently, and you're just like, meh. Oh no, you hurt my feelings. Oh, I can't make decisions for myself. Oh, I'm slightly flustered and things like that. And that happens. Like, honestly, it happens to each and every single one of us. And if, again, like, what happens if you're not grounded? You just kind of like, you just flop around like a plastic bag in the wind, so to speak. But when you allow yourself to be grounded, the literal metaphor of that, again, is this process where the challenges will come, and yet, like a tree, you are deeply rooted. And the wind may be blowing, the metaphysical wind and the metaphorical wind may be blowing, but you are deeply rooted in your integrity, in your conviction, in your devotion, in your connection with the earth energy. And so ground yourself like the tree you are. Ground yourself into the earth in a way that is going to be able to really root you into this infinite source of energy that you will be able to carry with you, that will charge your actions, your intentions, your heart, your perception, your mind. So this is a very, very powerful card that really gives us the opportunity to be able to reflect on, maybe there's places within our life where we may not really be accomplishing things quite in the way that we want them to be able to do. But check in. Are you practicing anything related to grounding? And if you're not, then maybe that's a great place to be able to start. Starting with a little bit of meditation. Starting with reconnecting with nature, starting with that physical practice of the body, starting by bringing more awareness into the breath, starting by being able to sharpen the sword. The practice of grounding is the practice of meditation. It's a practice of connecting to the present moment. It's a practice of grounding into your stability to be able to move through circumstances in an unwavering way that will allow you to push forward and sail forward with a much firmer conviction. So as you do this, again, and we're going to get right into our next reading. Jennifer, I saw your contribution on PayPal. Thank you guys so much. We'll keep things going here. Again, I appreciate it's late night tarot, man. So if I'm like fumbling a little bit, like, thank you guys again for just like holding space as well. Man, this is like my fifth broadcast in 24 hours. In case you guys haven't hung out with me enough yet, we're doing it for the baby, man. This is me not just doing it for myself. This is like daddy energy of me just showing up and working those late nights to be able to build up the momentum. So flash forward 6 months from now and I'll be just like, yes, it all happened. So anyways, you guys make it possible though. But yes, grounding your light, shine your light into the world, let your soul shine. So in order to be able to ground your light even more, you got to plug yourself into the energetic source. And instead of just being like a bag flopping around in the metaphysical wind, allow yourself to become more like a tree, deeply rooted into the strengths of the earth. And like that tree, you're also like a tree that's like a light bulb, if that makes sense. So imagine if a light bulb was a tree, and you got to plug your roots in. I think I'm just kind of repeating myself in circles here, but you guys get the gist of it more or less. If anything I say resonates with you, drop an 1111 in the chat, because at the very end of the day, this is a reminder. This is a reminder for you to be able to ground in and anchor into and connect into that infinite, abundant source of energy that you already are. And that source energy isn't literally something that's something where you always need to be able to go out there and connect your feet onto the bare grass, but it's something that can literally be connected into through the heart space, through the breath. So let's just do a quick little meditation, because I feel like I want to be able to practice grounding myself right now. So if you guys want to do a quick little micro meditation, drop an 1111 in the chat, and we'll do that real quick. Welcome again to Dr. Doom Maternal. That's a pretty cool name. Thank you so much for tuning in on Twitch. So thank you guys again for joining in for Late Night Tarot. We'll get into that next reading for Jennifer. Thank you guys. And yeah, let's keep things rolling here. So let's just take a quick little moment here. Quick little micro meditation to be able to practice grounding into our lights. So for everybody here, just allow yourself to gently close your eyes and just begin connecting to your breath. Soft, gentle inhales. Soft, gentle exhales. Be where you are. Breathe into your heart. Imagine yourself maybe just in a beautiful place out in a field, much like the image of the card. And as you are in this space, allow yourself to visualize these golden roots coming down from your root chakra, maybe through the base of your feet, and just connecting into the energy of the earth. And as you do this, you just allow this energy to naturally be drawn up from the earth. And with each breath, you just feel this energy rising through your body. And this energy moves through your body like water, like a plasma. And as it moves through your legs, just allowing your legs to just relax, releasing any tension. Allowing your thighs to relax, your hips moving up through your torso, up through your heart, your chest, shoulders, your neck, your face, right to the top. And this energy just fills your body like this golden light. And as you breathe here, just remind yourself how loved you are, of how supported you are, how blessed you are. Just take a few more moments here to just breathe. Don't need to make it too complicated. Just breathe in this cosmic energy. And just allow yourself to receive this moment of connection with yourself and the abundance all around you. And as you breathe here, just allow yourself to adjust your posture. Straighten up your spine, open up your chest, relax your face. And just take a couple more breaths here. Deep inhale. Exhale, releasing any stagnant energy. And one more of those. Deep inhale. Nice big exhale, sigh. Clearing that energy, grounding into that beautiful abundance all around you. And just bringing forward this clarity and this confidence and this softness as you connect into this present moment that will carry on into the next and into the next with each and every single breath. When you're ready, gently you can return your awareness to the space around you and slowly open your eyes. So, welcome back, everybody. How's everybody feeling right now? Quick little micro meditation, just be able to ground into your light. And so again, with this card, really inviting people to reflect on the ways that you can ground into your light through rituals and routines, through practices, through breath work, through meditation, through physical exercise, connecting with nature, talking with others, journaling, throwing it down hard on the dance floor, whatever the case may be. Go ahead and write out a little bit of an affirmation if you want to just be able to conclude this moment with just an opportunity to really just solidify the message that came through for you for this reading. So you can write a little I am or a we are affirmation, or even just say it to yourself, just to kind of like tell your body that you were listening. We usually do this with each reading, just to bring it in. Thank you guys. Thank you for the feedback. Feeling chill. Morphic says that was lovely. Oh, thank you guys. Cool. So quick little affirmation. I am continuing to bring more awareness to my practice of grounding, knowing that in doing so, like tuning an instrument and sharpening my sword, I am preparing myself to move through this reality with more grace, with more clarity, and an openness to be able to receive and create, to bring my light into this world. So it is. So feel free to leave a little affirmation in the chat. Yeah, and I feel like extra, like, I think I'm ready to go to bed now. Maybe. All right. Beautiful little reading there. That was our first reading for tonight. Let's get right into our next reading in a moment. Jennifer, thank you so much for your contribution, guys. Give a nice thank you to Jennifer. Jennifer is already one of our Patreon supporters, so thank you, Jennifer, for adding in that additional contribution on PayPal. Super appreciated. And again, we'll keep things rolling here. I'm not exactly sure how late I'll stay up tonight. Honestly, I'll stay up as late as you guys want me to stay up based on the readings that keep coming in. So if you guys want to be able to add some additional contributions on Patreon or some additional contributions on PayPal, then go ahead and do that as soon as you're ready. And we will keep the readings rolling through the night. So reading some of the affirmations into the chat, Morphic says, I am grounded within my light through gratitude. Oh, perfect. Beautiful. Well said. Awesome. All right. Jennifer, thank you so much for your contribution. Inviting you to be able to choose which deck you would like to be able to use for our next reading. Thank you to those of you on Twitch. If you guys are on Twitch, I'm live for tarot Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. EDT. Sometimes I'm on late at night. Tonight is one of those occasions. And yeah, welcome to the party. So we're also live on YouTube too. Jennifer, what deck would you like to be able to use? We have the Sacred Spirit deck, the Lightworker Oracle deck, the Hero's Journey deck, or the Ananda Tarot deck. Also, just want to give a shout out to Jennifer. Jennifer actually, the wolf poster tapestry behind me, that was actually gifted by Jennifer. So Jennifer, thank you for helping decorate the studio over here. Super appreciated. And yeah, I love having that on my wall. So very fitting. So beautiful. All right, Jennifer's going to let us know what deck. Okay. All right. For those of you on TikTok and on Instagram, go ahead and click the link in my profile to be able to join in with the rest of the team on YouTube. That's where the primary team chat is, and we also got some team on Twitch as well. So, all right. Okay, Jennifer, you said tough decisions, spirit guides. Are we Sacred Spirit? Is that the one you're going for? That's the deck that we did just do, and if we want to do that again, that's totally cool. So Sacred Spirit deck, just to confirm, did you want to do that one, or is there another one you want to choose? So whichever one you want to choose, and go ahead and take your time, no rush. So beautiful, awesome. Yeah, thank you guys again for tuning in. We'll probably keep tonight's broadcast not going until 3 a.m., but maybe 1 a.m. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where the momentum carries us. And Again, I'd love to be able to see if we can reach a one more sign up on Patreon tonight. That would be super super appreciated. I know there's a good handful of people that have already again basically reached out to me and they're like, yes, I'm going to be signing up for the Patreon, and I know some of you are in the process of doing that. So no rush on that. And again, any contributions on PayPal or Patreon, you guys can help facilitate the next readings, and yeah, we'll keep things going from there. And again, any of the readings, they're not just for you, they're for anybody who's tuned in right now. So you guys get to fuel the broadcast. So Sacred Spirit deck, that's the one that Jennifer wants. So let's do that one there. So beautiful. All right. So let's get right into this. Jennifer, you're ready? Go ahead and type ready into the chat. You know how this works. So we'll set things up. Excited to see what next message we have for us. And again, for those of you on TikTok or on Instagram, feel free to click the link in my profile to be able to join in on YouTube. And yeah, we'll keep things rolling here. Hey Lauren, thank you for joining in. Happy to be able to have you guys here. It's nice to see some of the again, some of the leading members hanging out here late at night. So beautiful. All right. So Sacred Spirit deck. For anybody here, this message is for you. And yeah, you guys can join in with a quick little meditation. And yeah, let's have some fun. And again, we'll keep an eye on the contributions coming in through PayPal and through Patreon, and we'll keep things rolling here. And yeah, I'll let you know when I'm ready to go to bed, but you guys can keep this broadcast going. And again, I'd love to be able to see if we can get one more Patreon sign up before the end of the night. So all right, here we go. Everybody here, join us for this quick little meditation. And again, this is setting the intention, show us what we need to see. So this reading is for anybody who's tuned in. So here we go. Jennifer, and for everybody here, when you're ready, go ahead and gently close your eyes. As you close your eyes, just allow yourself to connect with your breath. Soft, gentle inhales and soft, gentle exhales. As you breathe here, just connecting with gratitude. Gratitude for yourself, for the space, for the messages we are here to receive, for the team. With gratitude in your heart, collectively focusing our attention on the intention, show us what we need to see. For everybody here, holding that intention, speaking it with your heart, speaking it with your mind, speaking it with your words, speaking it with your soul. Show us what we need to see for the individual, the collective, and the team. Jennifer, continuing to breathe here, take your time, listen to your intuition, and when you are ready, gently open your eyes and type now in the chat. For everybody else, you guys can open your eyes now and go ahead and type your wizard noises in the chat. The best wizard noises on this side of the internet, I swear. So here's the next reading, and let's charge it up with a little bit more flowetry. Hey Nick, thanks for joining in. And so this one's going out to all the wizards in the lands, to all the mystics and sages, wherever you stand, because tonight is the journey where we get to see the mystery that is truly revealed through the cards for you and me. Because each card is unique for us to see as a mirror to deeper parts of our soul, and to be able to awaken to the destiny of this one true goal, to know thyself, to noscitate ipsum, to be able to see the lessons in this life, for each one's a blessing. And so, as Jennifer types now into the chat, we allow ourselves to split the deck and to see what message the universe has. Charging the deck up a little bit more. As soon as I see that now, we split the deck, and that's the beauty of the synchronicity here. So Jennifer, once you're ready, typing that now into the chat, and then we will split the deck. So maybe a little bit, maybe there's an extra second for more flowetry. Oh, Jennifer was charging it up. That's what she was doing. Pew pew now. Oh, that one kind of hopped there. Which one are we going with? We'll go with the top one. Beautiful. Man, I think that split broke the sound barrier or something. I felt like the void space opened up there for a second. I don't know if you guys heard that there. So all right, the next card that we have pulled. Oh, beautiful. Oh, this is I don't know. I don't think we've got this one on air before. Super, super beautiful card that we were able to pull. And the card that we have pulled for anybody who's tuned in right now, again, these are collective team readings. If you're here, these messages are for you. The card that we have pulled is card number 35, Spiritual Evolution. Set your heart free. Card number 35, Spiritual Evolution. Set your heart free. So again, for those of you on TikTok or Instagram, if you guys haven't already yet, click the link in my profile to join in on YouTube to add your support there. And that's the primary camera, and that's also the better audio. And that's where the rest of the party is on YouTube. So go ahead and join on there when you get a chance. And let's open up the book and explore what this message has for us. So this is cool. We haven't actually read this one on air before, so I'm excited to be able to dive deep into it together. So just visually explaining this card, what do we got? This beautiful, beautiful image of the view from behind an individual looking off into the distance of this magnificent skyscape. You can see the sun kind of radiating out from behind the clouds. They look like a character from a fantasy movie video game. And you can kind of see there's almost like these like light tattoos on their arm, and several birds, which appear to be probably I don't know if, no, they look like hummingbirds actually. I was gonna say I thought they were crows, but they actually look like hummingbirds. And yeah, not too much more else to be able to explain on that. Again, that's just more just the literal explanation of what it is that we're visually looking at. So let's get right into the reading here within the book. So yeah, this is a beautiful card. Jennifer, thank you for helping facilitate that reading and sharing this card with the team here. So let's keep things going here, and again, let's keep our eye on any contributions coming in through the PayPal and Patreon. So if you guys are tuned in, feel free to jump over to the PayPal and Patreon. And again, for anybody who's on the Patreon already, if you guys want to upgrade your Patreon, go ahead and do that. Again, the $33 level is the level that I'm really inviting more people to sign up to. And again, that's where you can also get the complimentary Light Guardian Crystal, just inviting you to be able to pay shipping, plus the one-on-one monthly the one-on-one meetings that you can have with me for personal tarot and coaching. And again, the value of that's like, it's way more than $33. So if you guys want to join on there, that's an awesome value. And yeah, we'll keep an eye open for that. And let's dive a little bit deeper into this reading here for each and every single one of you. So if you're here, this message is for you. Card number 35, Spiritual Evolution. Forgiveness and compassion is needed now. Set your heart free. For anything I read here, if it resonates with you, drop an 1111 in the chat, and feel free to just kind of talk about the themes that are coming through for you in the moment. This isn't just about the reading, this is about you guys being able to connect and share with each other. Expansion goes together with spiritual evolution. Without the process of expansion, one cannot evolve spiritually. Expanding the heart and mind allows you to live a more wholesome and loving life with compassion, tolerance, and acceptance. There is no denying that learning through life experiences, good and bad experiences alike, encourages soul growth on a positive level. Like a caterpillar to a butterfly, individuals must go through their own transformations if they wish to excel, achieve, or move forward in life. Seeking something better in the future requires a little faith in yourself. You can't always have everything straight away. Long-lasting success takes time to build. Evolving the spirit requires an individual to empty their spiritual backpack, taking out and removing experiences that are holding you back in life, healing past issues, addressing karmic imbalances, and creating a balanced mind and body are all a part of this process. Evolving the spirit takes time. It is a gradual process in which you need to do the work on yourself to achieve long-lasting effects. Right now, forgiveness is required if you wish to move forward in life. Sometimes you must accept an apology you know you may never receive. Wow. Sometimes you must accept an apology you know you may never receive. Forgiveness will set your heart free from an invisible control that has been existent over this situation. Forgiveness does not mean you will forget what has occurred. It means you can live without it controlling your life any longer. Removing any past emotional and physical ties that are no longer serving you in the here and now, with love and with gratitude, for that has brought you to this point in life where you are ready to change and let go of the past. Open your heart to your soul's calling. Your soul is calling you to be free. Shadow aspect. Every card that we have from this deck has a shadow aspect. Stagnation, condemnation, repetition. Sacred crystal, Tibetan quartz. Angel assistance, guardian angel Samuel. Healthy energy, vitality, healing from traumas. Affirmation, as my love and experience grows, the consciousness of my spirit evolves. Wow, beautiful, beautiful card. Let's dive a little bit deeper into that. Just gonna take a quick little drink here. Thank you again, Jennifer, for helping facilitate this reading. And again, for everybody here, if anything we say resonates with you, drop those 1111s in the chat. And at this point, I'll just continue to channel in some additional inspiration from my heart to yours to be able to help support you on your path. For those of you tuned in on TikTok, thank you guys so much for the rose. And feel free to click the link in my profile to be able to join in on YouTube with the rest of the team there. And yeah, let's dive a little bit deeper here. So this is a card that I'm sure we can all relate to, because you do not go through this life without experiencing the process of a spiritual evolution. And with the process of a spiritual evolution, hand in hand comes the experiences of the challenges that will ultimately transform us. And speaking from my own experience, you know, it takes time to learn how to be able to let go. It takes time to be able to learn how to be able to forgive. And forgiveness is something that is a very multifaceted thing. And so again, with this card, it's inviting you to be able to reflect on what is your relationship with forgiveness. Do you have a stubbornness towards forgiveness? Is there a forgiveness that you're holding on to that perhaps you're like holding it onto it with what's the right word that I'm looking for? Why, again, I'm kind of tired now. What's the word that I'm looking for? With conditions, more or less. Is there a forgiveness that you're holding on to with conditions? Is there something that you're waiting for in order for the forgiveness to be able to be given? And yet sometimes we have to acknowledge that, you know, there may be points within our life where that forgiveness that we're seeking may never come. And in many cases, that actually is the lesson. That actually is the growth. The growth is to know that whether or not that forgiveness is given to you, it doesn't mean that any of your power has been taken away. Your ability is to be able to reclaim your power through your choice to move forward, through your choice to be able to acknowledge that whatever the past is again merely a stepping stone to what it is that you're moving into. The past is not a condition that defines what the future ultimately will be. The past is merely a circumstances that gives you the opportunity to decide what you want the future to be. So with this card, it really invites in a deeper sense of maturity that allows you to be able to identify where you may be stagnating within your life, where you may be holding on to not emotional baggage, but like emotional pockets of energy that are deeply tied to previous parts of our stories. And for each and every single one of us, again, you know, like the butterfly, sometimes we really have to kind of turn it to goo. We can either acknowledge that, you know, maybe there's a point where we need to stop going back to it. I think sometimes we actually get addicted to our dramas, addicted to our conflicts, addicted to wanting things to be perfect, addicted to things wanting to turn out a certain way. But sometimes we have to understand that despite the fact that we may want the past to be able to resolve in a certain way based on forgiveness and a communication to occur, sometimes we have to be able to understand that maybe the lesson isn't in necessarily waiting around for things to suddenly switch on one day and to be as perfect as you'd expect them to be, but for you to be able to make that choice from a place of empowerment, to be able to say that you are letting go and moving on regardless, that you are being able to say, you know what, I've taken what I need from this experience and I'm moving forward from a place of empowerment where regardless of whether or not forgiveness was received or given quite in the context that you had hoped for, it's still the opportunity that you hold to be able to say that I am evolving regardless, that I am choosing to be able to not stagnate myself, to no longer exist from this place of stagnation, and to no longer exist in this place of repeating cycles. The spiritual evolution of what it is that we go through, sometimes we'll go through that, where we literally go through a cycle multiple times, especially with relationships. I'm sure many of us have experienced this within relationships, where you kind of go through a cycle and it can kind of just like repeat multiple times. And sometimes we get stuck in that cycle, but then oftentimes it comes down to the conscious will to be able to say, you know what, I'm ready to move beyond it. And the only way to be able to move beyond it is to either wait and wait and wait and wait and wait for the circumstance to be able to change, or for you to be able to change your relationship to that circumstance. And oftentimes, again, that is about being able to put your frequency first, to really be able to say, you know what, even though I'm letting go of this emotional story that is incredibly meaningful and important to me, it doesn't mean that I'm caring about it any less. It's just acknowledging the priority that is required for you to be able to take care of yourself, so that you can shift your vibration to a frequency that will bring in something that is more in alignment with who you are. And if you focus more on moving forward, then that in turn will allow the past to heal itself. Oftentimes just through like a correspondence of the fact that as you continue to raise your vibration in the present, lo and behold, what's going to happen is sometimes someone from our past who we may have been waiting for that forgiveness will suddenly reach out to us like 5 months later and say, hey, I've been doing a lot of soul searching, and I just want to say I acknowledge that what I did was really shitty, and I apologize, and I just want you to know that you're a really meaningful person, and I appreciate the time we shared, and I'm sorry that I was such a stubborn little person sometimes, and I hope you're having an awesome life, and I wish you all the best. That will come to you not because you force it, but oftentimes that will come to you because you release it, because you allow the spiritual evolution of the other person to take place at the rate that it needs to take place. So that's the thing, like, don't let your spiritual evolution become dependent on the spiritual evolution of somebody else. If somebody else is evolving at a different rate, don't let them weigh you down. You can, misery loves company. It's up to you. You can hang out with them as much as you want, but in order for you to really be able to move into that next stage, you have to set your heart free. And sometimes, again, setting your heart free means making the harder choice. It means moving beyond the security, moving beyond the comfort, moving beyond the circumstances that have become familiar in order to be able to move into the unknown. But within the unknown, there's also the excitement. There's also the uncertainty, but there's also the opportunity. And within that, it's a drastic shift. It's a drastic shift from being able to, again, just kind of getting stuck in cycles of repetition, but it gives you the choice to really be able to see more of who you are. And from that place, perhaps that will actually give you a better perspective to be able to look back on the past. Once you've kind of removed yourself from a circumstance, it's great to be able to, like, give it a couple weeks and then look back on where you came. And maybe you're going to feel a little bit different about it. Maybe there might have been some like anger and resentment. Maybe that in its has transformed. Maybe that's transformed into empathy. Maybe it's transformed into a deeper form of compassion, not just for yourself, but for those that you may be, again, relating to. So open your heart to your soul's calling. Your soul is calling you to be free. So allow yourself to really be able to acknowledge where within your life is your soul in a conflict. Where within your life is your soul kind of like butting heads with a circumstance that you may find yourself in. And if that's the case, then how can you set your soul free? And whether that's, again, by letting go, whether that's, again, by being able to initiate forgiveness, whether that's by being able to initiate the choice to be able to move forward regardless of whether forgiveness is even given, there's a lot of opportunities, but there's always the opportunity to be able to move forward from that place of empowerment. And it doesn't mean that you've lost just because you're letting go. Again, nothing lasts, but nothing is lost. And every great relationship prepares us for the next one. Something that was told to me. And again, and through the process of moving forward, the past will heal. And the past will heal as you continue to, again, be able to really start listening more to your heart and the needs of your heart. And as you focus on cultivating the future, slowly, in retrospect, the past in itself will begin to transform, because your perception of who you are and your understanding of who you are evolves with it. Thus, your perception and understanding of the past also evolves from where you are. So if anything I say resonates with you, go ahead and drop some 1111s in the chat. Again, we're just kind of flowing with things here. Appreciate you guys hanging out. I'm probably not going to stay up too late tonight. I'm probably going to be jumping off in the next little bit just to be able to get some rest. But I do just want to be able to yeah, really just dive a little bit more into this card. So again, obviously we have the very familiar metaphor of like a caterpillar to butterfly. Individuals must go through their own transformation if they wish to excel, achieve, or move forward in life. Seeking something better in the future requires a little faith in yourself. You can't always have everything straight away. Long lasting success takes time to build. So allow yourself to really be able to acknowledge the places within your reality, perhaps in the past, where you've had the courage to be able to move into those spaces of uncertainty and to be able to put in the work that is building towards that long lasting success. And that long lasting success may not necessarily be that ideal relationship that you are hoping for. Maybe that long lasting success is the cultivation of your own philosopher's stone, the cultivation of your own integrity, the cultivation of your own ability to be able to carry with you this unwavering spirit that knows that no matter how others treat you, it doesn't change the fact that you are loved any less, because your love is not conditional. Your love is eternal, and that love is the love that you carry for yourself. So at the end of the day, the most important relationship that you have is the relationship with yourself. And I know that's kind of cliche, but it's something that we need to hear, because there will be moments within our life where our worth will be questioned based on how others treat us. But again, it's also an opportunity. And there's going to be a lot of times where the forgiveness isn't always going to be the forgiveness towards others, but it's going to be the forgiveness of oneself, the forgiveness of perhaps, we'll look at it and we'll be like, man, you know what? Maybe I stayed in that situation a little bit longer than I needed to. Maybe I was a little bit more codependent than I realized. But you know what? I forgive myself, because those were simply actions based on where I was at. And where I was at was where I needed to be. And where I needed to be was in a place where I could allow the unconscious to become conscious. The only way you can learn about who you are is by being able to go through the experience where you, unfortunately, and not even unfortunately, but where you go through the experience where you have to go through those hard lessons, where you have to go through the heartbreak, where you have to go through the uncertainty. But again, that gives you a place to be able to see more spaces within yourself that you can send more love. And I assure each and every single one of you that, again, the infinite love that you can carry for yourself is unquestionable. And it's something that you can cultivate over time, because it's not just the love that you have for yourself. It's literally tapping into this love that is like the love of like the universe enacting itself through the reflection of yourself back onto you as well. And it's through the reflection that we have for others that, again, we don't only just see the love that we share towards them, but we see the love that we share towards ourselves. And oftentimes that's where a lot of the struggles arise within relationships. It's not always about the idea of someone not loving someone else enough, but it's actually the projections that each other place upon the other due to the lack of self-love that they have for themselves, if that makes sense. And then it's like the projections going back and forth, so to speak. But yeah, this is a very, very beautiful card. So again, spiritual evolution, set your soul free, really being able to move beyond the lessons of the past and letting go from a place of love and cultivating that courage to be able to move into the uncertainty of the future, and honoring the strength that you already have to be able to make the choices that you know are right for you, and being able to cultivate that vibration that is going to continue to attract the things that are meant for you. You will not miss what is meant for you. And one of the best ways to be able to bring those things into your life is to continue to work on your personal frequency. And hey, who knows? Sometimes this happens where you work on your personal frequency and the thing that was in the past actually comes back. It's happened for me. It's literally happened for me, even for me and Lacey. Like there were moments where like our past came together and then they separated, but then we would work on ourselves and then it would come back together again. So it kind of happens like that sometimes. But again, the relationship with yourself is always the most important one. And when you focus on your spiritual evolution, you're doing it also in a very benevolent way that allows you to show up more fully for those relationships. But again, each relationship will be what it needs to be to prepare you for the next one. And even if that next one is the one with yourself. So the gradual process in which you need to do the work on yourself to achieve long lasting effects. Fall in love with the long game of being able to evolve yourself spiritually. That is your devotion. Your devotion is to your path. And everybody else is, again, a reflection of you that supports you in that journey along the way. Everybody should be devoted to the long lasting journey of themselves and that spiritual evolution. And yeah, if that resonates with you, drop an 1111 in the chat. And thank you again for those of you who are joining in. And we'll take a few moments here just to be able to chill out for a little bit. And go ahead and drop a little affirmation into the chat based on the message of that card. And thank you again, Jennifer, for your contribution there in adding your support on the PayPal. And a quick affirmation based on the message of that card. If that card resonated with you, take an opportunity here to just reflect on what that message was for you. So go ahead and just like speak within your own heart a little affirmation, and I am or we are, and feel free to type it out in the chat. So I am continuing to cultivate a devotion to my personal spiritual evolution. I forgive the versions of myself in the past. I look back to see how far I have come, and I commit myself to my long-lasting growth, and in turn, allowing myself to deepen my relationship with those who I meet along the way, who reflect back to me my own worth and my own love that I hold infinitely within my own heart. Aho. Something like that. All right. Thank you, Jennifer. I'm glad that resonated with you. That one was a little bit. Some of the readings, sometimes like the readings are like they take a little bit extra. They're a little bit more challenging sometimes, depending on the card. So that one was a good one though. That was a little bit challenging, but spirit came through. So, all right, team. For those of you on TikTok or Instagram, hey, what's up? Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Brea. Shout out to Jess. Shout out to Debbie. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and for anybody else who is tuned in on TikTok. If I can't see your usernames, I appreciate you guys being here. We'll hang out here for a little bit longer. I'm definitely down to even just do at least one more reading, and we can do that as we have any contribution through PayPal and through Patreon. So if you guys are looking to be able to contribute on PayPal or Patreon for another on-air reading, not just for yourself, but for the team, go ahead and send that over now. Link for the PayPal and the Patreon is in my profile for those of you on TikTok and Instagram. So you can do that. Takes about 30 seconds, and then jump back over here if that works for you. And again, the Patreon, I definitely encourage you to check that out. So for those of you who are tuned in on Instagram and TikTok, if you're not familiar, my name is Brendan, and one of the things that I'm really passionate about is building a team of conscious creators, conscious media creators. And we've got a really, really cool team that we've created over the years, Paradigm Shift Central. And when you join on the Patreon, that gives you the chance to be able to get further involved as a member within the community. So we have like a monthly membership. And through the Patreon, that's an $11 monthly membership. And with that, you get access to our Discord server as a leading member. And that's where you can join exclusive community events to be able to support you on your journey. You get access to me for conscious media creation coaching, access to our conscious creator collaborative circles, access to Lacey and I's dream circle coming up this Saturday at 11 a.m. EDT. And yeah, also perks for the Light Guardian crystals and other items. And again, that's the $11 contribution. And the best value that I would encourage you guys to check out, even if you're on the Patreon and want to update, is the $33 level on the Patreon, if that works for you. And again, when you sign up there, you can also get one of the beautiful Light Guardian crystals that you guys have probably seen in some videos. And just ask that you pay shipping on those. And you also get a monthly one-on-one session with me, which can be a tarot session or a conscious media creation session, or even just a chill session. It could literally just be like us just like shooting the shit for a little bit, whatever you want it to be. So if you guys are on the Patreon already, or whether or not you are, feel free to check out the Patreon tiers and see which one resonates with you, and do it as a way to be able to invest in yourself. Do it as a way where I want you guys to be able to sign up for the Patreon where you like feel excited about it and you're just like, fuck yeah, like this is awesome. I want to be able to connect further with the super awesome team, and we got a lot of awesome stuff coming up. And again, it's also a space where you can promote your projects, and I'm here to be able to help support you in the content that you're creating as well. So if you guys are thinking of signing up for the Patreon and you want to let us know, drop a 555 in the chat. Feel free to do that. It doesn't have to be right away, but even just like later in this month. And again, if anybody just wants to be able to contribute on PayPal, go ahead and do that. We'll hang out here. If we do have more contributions coming in, we'll keep the broadcast going. If we're getting close to the end of the broadcast, then that's totally cool as well. And I'll let you know when we're ready to be able to wrap it up. So it's kind of a quiet night. There's not a lot of people tuned in. It's a late night broadcast, but I appreciate each and every single one of you swinging by and holding space and receiving the inspiration that we have here for the team. So again, if you guys want to contribute for an on-air reading and help facilitate that and have the reading where you're choosing the card, where your intuition is choosing the card, where you get to contribute in that way, you can contribute on PayPal with a $5 contribution. Link for that's in the info for this video and in my profile link. Or, like I said, you can also join on the Patreon, and contributions for that only process on the 1st of each month. So, cute. Jennifer, seeing your affirmation in the chat, Jennifer says, I am no longer affected by apologies that never come. I wrap these unspoken words in love and light and return them to their rightful owner. Very well said. Very, very beautiful. Well said. Thank you, Jennifer, for sharing. All right, team. So like I said, we'll just hang out here for the next little bit. We'll hang tight. For anybody who would like to be able to contribute on PayPal or Patreon, go ahead and do that. Again, working towards our next milestone on Patreon, currently out about 100, give or take, and working towards 111 on Patreon, and literally working towards 200 on Patreon. Like the goal in the long term is to be able to reach 200 on Patreon in time for the little baby that's coming in April. So like that's me like bringing in the dad energy to really be able to hustle hard. And even on the Patreon, you guys can contribute whatever you want. If you're just like, hey, I won the lottery and I want to contribute like $100 a month, go ahead. If you do contribute at the higher values, you actually get the Lumerian Light Guardian crystals. There's like a $1,000 tier on my Patreon, which is ridiculous, I know. But if you sign up there, you get like a 96% discount on items, which means you could literally become like a wholesale retailer for my items if you wanted. I know it's ridiculous. I'm not expecting anyone to do it, but it's there. So, but yeah, feel free to check out the tiers on my Patreon. And again, the support there supports the ongoing events that we do for the community, supports the space that we create for the team and for the creators. It allows me to really just kind of bring my energy into this space where I can allow myself to really be able to work with creators a little bit more one-on-one and really just focus on being here for you guys and being able to do awesome opportunities where we're doing these tarot readings late into the night. And again, it's also supporting Lacey, it's supporting our future as a family, and yeah, it's supporting what we are creating together as a team. So appreciate you guys being here. Candace dropping the 555 in the chat. Candace, thank you so much. I know we were talking about signing up on the $33 level there. So Candace, if you did want to sign up tonight, you're more than welcome to. No rush. Again, with the contributions there, the contributions don't process to the 1st of each month. So if you guys did want to sign up tonight, it literally wouldn't even cost you anything. And it would just basically just be you kind of like creating that energetic vote, that energetic kind of like way of saying like, yes, I'm in. And again, the contributions would process on October 1st. So yeah, and again, if you guys even just want to be able to order any of the Light Guardian crystals, that's an awesome way to support. Someone the other day actually ordered one of the Lumerian Light Guardian crystals. And again, you can find those in my item shop as well. So in Discord, in Twitch, if you type in shop, it actually shows the shop link. Hey, look, it worked. So I wish YouTube actually did that with the commands, the custom commands. So Uni, what's up, dude? Thanks for joining in, man. We're just hanging out here. We had a couple readings so far. We're just seeing whether or not we're gonna do a few more readings as we have any additional contributions coming in. Otherwise, we'll be getting close to wrapping it up. For those of you on TikTok and Instagram, if you guys want to join in on YouTube, go ahead and click the link in my profile to be able to join in over there. And again, at this point, since it's late in the night, we've already done a few broadcasts. You guys help fuel this broadcast. You guys help keep this going. And when you sign up for the PayPal or the Patreon, we initiate more readings. Whoever contributes, you guys will get to be able to help facilitate those next readings. And again, when you join on the Patreon, you can join as a leading member in the Paradigm Shift Central community, which again gives you access to exclusive events and perks and all sorts of awesome things. And I'm really excited about the Dream class. Like for those here, like whether or not you're a leading member just yet, drop a 777 in the chat if you're interested in joining in for the Dream discussion circles that Lacey and I are hosting. And so the first one that we got is this Saturday at 11 a.m. EDT. And honestly, like those are going to be special. Like, I don't know if you guys have heard Lacey talk about dreams. Like, it's really, really, really cool to be able to just kind of like see the inspiration that she sparks in others through the stories that she shares. So Jennifer, thank you so much. Thank you for holding this space. Have a wonderful night. Thank you as well, Jennifer, for your support on all platforms. And thank you again for all the work. And Jennifer was in our Paradigm Shift Circle podcast today earlier as well. So you guys can go back and check that out as well. Thank you, Jennifer. Have a wonderful night. So beautiful. Beautiful. Awesome. Yes. Thank you guys so much. Again, we'll just be hanging out here for the next little bit. For those of you on Twitch, who's tuned in on Twitch right now? Like, is Carly tuned in on Twitch right now? Carly, if you're tuned in on Twitch right now, go ahead and let us know. Oh, did I just summon you, Carly? Is that what just happened? Like, I literally said your name and then you left a comment there in the chat. That was kind of weird. I was like, oh, that's weird. I haven't heard from Carly in a couple minutes, and then Carly popped up in the chat. So, Jess dropping the 777, Candace dropping the 777. Yes, super excited to be able to have more people synced up for the Dream Circle this Saturday. So again, Saturday 11 a.m. EDT. And for those of you who want to join in, go ahead and connect to the Patreon. And if you're in a situation where you're like, you know what, like I want to be able to join, but I'm not sure if I have $11 a month. You can even use it as an opportunity to really be able to focus on manifesting those $11 a month, because where there's a will, there's a way. And honestly, even if you sign up and you're just like, hey, you know, maybe later in the end of the month, you're just like, oh, like I'll send things a few days after the end of the month. You guys just let me know. Like it's super flexible, and you guys can even just send even additional contributions at a time that works better for you. It's totally fine. Whatever works for you. It's really more there for you guys to be able to again, just kind of energetically say like, yeah, this is something that I want to be a part of. So when you join on the Patreon, again, do it as a way where you're doing it as an investment for yourself. So, all right. So for anybody else who would like to be able to add their support on PayPal or Patreon, go ahead and do that now. For any of the Patreon supporters, if you guys want to upgrade your Patrons, you're more than welcome to be able to do that. And we'll keep things rolling here. And I'd love to be able to do at least one more reading if we have some more contributions coming through. And yeah, we'll just hang out here for the next little bit. And I'll literally be live on air tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. EDT. So we don't have to stay up. We don't have to stay up too late tonight. So. All right. I feel like I almost just want to like meditate as we just like. I'll pull a Carly and just sleep on air. So Carly did that on Twitch, and apparently it worked quite well. So yeah, how's the Twitch stream going on within the tarot category? So I'm gonna check. I'm gonna look into seeing who else is broadcasting tarot right now. I guess that's a thing. Ain't that right, Carly? So other than tarot, is there other stuff that you guys would want to see me do? I mean, I could literally play video games on here if you guys wanted to. So, but I like to be able to come on here again with the tarot to be able to use that as a way to again build the community and also to be able to serve you guys. So beautiful, awesome. Jessica just contributed on the PayPal. Jessica, thank you so much. And Jessica, oh, you're down for video games? Yeah, I was. Do you guys want to watch me play video games? Because I was playing. Yeah, I would just be broadcasting on Twitch if I was doing it, but I was actually playing a game called 7 Days to Die. Very brutal, I know. And the game is actually it's like a crafting zombie horde night simulator. And it's really cool. It's like post-apocalyptic and stuff like that. Lacey actually, I got her into it, and we were like playing in our server and stuff like that. Like, oh man, it was super fun. And there's like the Blood Night where all the zombies come and everything like that, and you have to like build your base and harvest all your stuff and find weapons and stuff. It's really fun. Maybe I'll play that after tonight, but we're gonna get into another reading. Jessica, thank you so much for your contribution on PayPal. Jessica, go ahead and DM me after this, because Jessica, I know you contributed before. So if you're interested in joining the Dream class this Saturday, just send me a DM and we can get you synced up for that, because you've been contributing through the individual PayPals there. And again, I'd love to be able to offer you that invitation. So cool. I've seen people on Twitch play that game. Yeah, see, you know what I'm talking about. If anybody else here plays 7 Days to Die, feel free to let me know. It like honestly, like you guys could join in. Maybe you can join our server with Lacey and I. But we only play that server when it's Lacey and I. Like we haven't played it all week. It depends, man. Like you guys know what it's like being pregnant. Some of you, there's like good days and bad days. So, all right, okay, maybe we'll play. Okay. We'll do one more reading, and then if there's no other contributions coming in, then we'll play some 7 days. I'll just jump onto a server. I'll show you guys my skills and stuff like that. Whatcha, pwa pwa, pum pum pum. Honestly, I'm a pretty good zombie hunter. Did you guys know that I actually made a movie called Zombie Apocalypse back in like 2007? It was like a school project. Weirdly prophetic. Weirdly prophetic. That's all I'm gonna say. So, all right. Jessica, do you want to jump over to YouTube? If you do, go ahead and click the link in my profile. I'm just going to use the bathroom. I'll come back in a minute. And yeah, let's get into another reading here for Jessica. And this may be our last reading for tonight, but after this one, I'd love to just be able to switch gears. And just for the Twitch crowd, we'll play a little bit of 7 days just for fun. So, all right. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, I'm just looking at things here. All right. Cool. Okay. All right, give me 2 seconds here. I'm just going to use the bathroom. Go ahead, Jessica. If you're in the YouTube, just let us know. And again, for those of you on Twitch, thank you guys so much for joining in. Carly, thank you for holding down the Twitch crew. Like, seriously. Okay, now I'm excited to do this reading and to switch over and to play some video games with you guys. Honestly, for anybody here, get 7 days to die. I'll play with you guys. Man, I'd be so down. It'd be fun. So, be right back. Just gonna use the bathroom, and we'll get right into our next reading. For those of you on TikTok and Instagram, click the link in my profile. Join in on YouTube. And Carly, you're in charge until I get back. So, if Carly tells you to do something, do it. Okie dokie. All right, we're back. Bum 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 bum. Did I miss anything, Carly? Did you command them to do anything? So, all right. Okay. I'm just curious, who else is broadcasting on Terra right now? I'm gonna go send some love to some of the other creators on Terra right now. So. All right, Jess, which platform are you tuned in right now? Are you on Instagram still? Just go ahead and let me know. Yeah, I'm making a point to be able to follow the other tarot readers here. All right. Once I know where Jess is, we'll get right into our next reading here. Man, it looks like things are bumping tonight on tarot. There's a couple streams with like 20 people, 50 people, 70 people tuned in right now. So that's awesome. There's a lot of tarot readers that I haven't connected with before, so I'm just going out of my way to send out some connections there. So awesome. Oh, you're trying to log into YouTube. All right, Jess, if it's a hassle, don't worry about it. Jess, do you watch on Twitch? Like, do you use Twitch? You could jump over to Twitch. Twitch, Mystic Spider-Man Tarot on Twitch if you want to be able to do that. That's an option there as well. So, bum, bum, bum. All right. One of these days, I'm excited to be able to again just kind of like build the audience on Twitch, and I'm just kind of still learning. I'm again just kind of like seeing how the other creators got things going and stuff like that. So a lot of them use like the subscribes and the and like the point systems and stuff like that. I haven't really figured that out yet. I'm just like, I'm like old fashioned. It's just like good old fashioned like PayPal contributions and Patreon. So cool. All right. I think my stream looks pretty good. It's got like this whole like purple theme going on. Do you guys like the purple theme? I'm a big fan of like purple energy. I love purple. It's like dark, kind of like powerful purple. Pretty cool. So, all right. Jess is in the YouTube. Who here is on Twitch as well? Like just curious. Like how many people here use Twitch? Like for those of you who are on YouTube, do you guys use Twitch? Because yeah, after this reading, Jess, I think just for fun, I'm gonna jump over just on Twitch and I'm gonna like stream some 7 days just for fun. If you guys want to tune in for that, so no pressure. So, all right, okay, Jess, let's get right into this next reading. We'll focus in on it here, and then we'll decide what we're doing after that. So, Jess, go ahead and choose which deck that you would like to be able to use for the team. Again, we have the Hero's Journey deck, the Ananda Tarot deck, which is like traditional tarot, the Lightworker Oracle, and the Sacred Spirit deck. So if there's one of those that you would like to be able to pick from, go ahead and let us know. For those of you on Instagram, thanks so much for joining in. Go ahead and click the link in my profile to be able to tune in on YouTube. This is our last reading for tonight, unless there's any additional contributions on PayPal or Patreon. And after that, we'll be playing some video games, I think. So awesome. All right, let's do the traditional tarot deck. Good call. All right, so for everybody here, let's do a meditation real quick, and we'll collectively focus in on that intention, show us what we need to see. Jess, you're familiar with how this works, so I'll just guide you through it. And again, on my cue, just following your intuition, you'll type now in the chat, and then at that point, we'll split the deck. So get things ready here. And again, for everybody else, thank you guys so much for tuning in. And for those of you on Instagram, go ahead and click the link in my profile to tune in on YouTube. So Jess, you're ready? For everybody here, just confirm that you're ready, Jess. Go ahead and type that into the chats, and then we'll get right into this next reading. So awesome. Yeah, thank you guys again so much for tuning in. Bum, 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 bum. Excuse me. It's been a long day, man. So, all right. Let's get right into this, Jess. I assume you're ready. There's a bit of a delay in the chat, so that's where like sometimes it's just taking an extra second to be able to catch up there. So, okay. All right, we're ready. Okay, here we go. So for everybody here, just go ahead and take this opportunity to just be able to gently close your eyes. Allow yourself to just connect with your breath. And as you breathe here, just arriving into the space of gratitude. Gratitude for yourself, for the space, for the messages we are here to receive. With gratitude in your heart, collectively, for Jess, for everyone, focusing our intention on the idea of show us what we need to see. Show us what we need to see. We being the individual, the collective, and the team. And so focusing on that intention, show us what we need to see for Jess and for everyone. Speak with your heart, speak with your mind, speak with your words, speak with your soul. Sending out that intention like a beam of light into the heavens, connecting with the wisdom of the stars. And with that intention in your heart, Jess, continuing to take a few more moments here, just listen to your breath. Listen to your intuition. And when you are ready, after a few moments, gently open your eyes and type now into the chat, and at that point we will split the deck. For everybody else, you guys can open your eyes and you can leave your wizard noises into the chat. So here we go. The breath moves us and guides us along this path, and with this magic we will realize that these moments will forever last as memories within the archives of our dream, for us to be able to reflect on, to see what has always been. For you are infinitely loved from the cosmic wisdom of the heavens above. For this path that you are on is not simply your own, for this is the journey of your way home. As Jess types now into the chat, zoom, 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 we split the deck to see what message the universe has. Aww. It's one of my favorite cards. The card that we have pulled for Jess and for anybody who's tuned in right now is card number Cups 2, also known as the Lover's card, Cups 2. Take a moment here to dive a little bit deeper. I'll open up to the book, we'll explain the image, and then we will get right into this. Again, this will be our last reading for the card. Don't worry, Jess. I'll make sure that we put the empowering perspective on this. So, and the now was perfect. Now worked out perfectly. So, all right. Okay. So, just make sure things are good. Again, for those of you tuning in on TikTok or Instagram, if anybody else does want to contribute on PayPal or Patreon, you guys know how to do that. But again, I think this is our last reading for tonight. But if anybody did want to add any additional contributions, you guys can go ahead and do that. And I think after this, we're going to go play some video games for a bit. So, Cups 2. Let's take a look here at this card. So again, if you guys are on Instagram, now's when you want to join in on YouTube. Click the link in my profile to be able to tune in on YouTube, to be able to see the camera there and also the better audio. So, Cups 2. Just looking at this image here. 2 beautiful cups filled with this luxurious wine. Or maybe it's grape juice. I don't know. Who's to know these days? And this silhouetted image in the sky of what we can identify as a couple, 2 couples, endearing and opening their heart to the cosmic love that they share, and surrounded by this this faint circle with this kind of like prism around them. It's kind of like this like rectangle shape around them, and you can see there's actually like 2 little birds between the cups. And sitting here on this like a banister rail, and with a landscape of grass and hills rolling off into the distance. So again, that's just me explaining it literally. So let's dive a little bit deeper. And again, for anybody here, if you're here, this message is for you. This is a very, very powerful card. So very special. If anything I say resonates, drop an 1111 in the chats. 2 of Cups, the image. In front of the silhouette of 2 lovers coming closer together, 2 glasses of red wine stand in a summer landscape. Meaning, the world of duality expresses itself in great variety. By having outer forms differentiate themselves from one another, however, finding oneself in someone else means crossing over the boundaries of the material world and maintaining the connection of oneness. I'm going to reread that. The world of duality expresses itself in great variety by having outer forms differentiate themselves from one another. However, finding oneself in someone else means crossing over the boundaries of the material world and maintaining the connection of oneness. The illusion of separation of the ego from the whole, as is experienced in the world of duality, dissolves in the soul agreement with the beloved. In the state of inner oblivion, I becomes you, and in a very natural manner is able to leave earthly limitations behind. In everyday life, this means sharing and allowing others to share in one's feelings. What started as the result of deep trust ends in a joyous and enthusiastic, life-affirming view of the world. In harmony with himself and the world, man is able to experience a deeper dimension of brotherly love, which seems to spread throughout his entire life. Inner perception, as it is expressed in one's own view of the world, is reflected in our environment. Love the world, and the world loves you. Astrological significance: Venus, Moon, 7th house, opposition aspects. Key words: world of feelings, ability to be in relationship, dream world, sympathy, agreement, soul connection, common interests, affection, harmony, union of opposites. Traditional meaning: love, attachment, yearning, partnership, emotional closeness, loving encounter, togetherness, Charity. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful card that we've got here. Kimberly, thank you so much for your contribution on YouTube. Kimberly, go ahead and let us know where you are tuned in, and if you just want to be able to let us know, then we'll do another reading for you after this, and then after that, then if I still have energy, we'll dive into some video games on Twitch, just for Twitch, not even on YouTube, just for Twitch. So honestly, if you guys haven't made a Twitch account, I would encourage you to check it out, even just to check out the tarot broadcast on Twitch. Like, there's a whole conscious community there. It's definitely worthwhile. All right, let's dive a little bit deeper. Thank you guys so much again for tuning in. So this is a really beautiful card, and Kimberly, thank you again for your contribution. This is a really beautiful card, and I think on the surface level, you know, people look at this card and they're just like, oh, this is a card about being in a relationship with another person. But the layers that I like to be able to pay attention to when it comes to this card is about really being able to understand that through the act of loving one another, it is allowing us to deepen our understanding of what it means to love ourselves in the form of another. And so this card is really about being able to cultivate love on a deeper level, whether it be with another person or with ourselves. Oh, 1 second, my battery is running out on TikTok. Is that plugged in? 1 second. Is this plugged in? I don't think it's plugged in. Hold on, I just gotta make sure my phone. Oh, my phone is definitely not plugged in. 2 seconds here, guys. There we go. Yeah, keep things rolling there. That's fine. Oh, 1 second here. Is this? Just want to make sure I'm not using my data. Okay, good. All right, it's good. All right, sorry for the interruption. Let's get right back into that. So again, this is a very beautiful card. And again, with this card, it really invites us to be able to reflect deeper on what love really means to us. Because with this card, what I see it as is a way for us to be able to experience love in many forms beyond just that of romantic, beyond just that of a relationship. Because the reality of the matter is that you are in a relationship with many things. You are in a relationship with friends. You are in a relationship with material. You are in a relationship with the nature, with the animals, with the spirit that shows itself in many forms. So with this card, it's really inviting us to be able to tap into a deeper relationship to the world of feelings within us, and the ability to be able to start seeing things in a very dreamlike way, in a very enlightening way, where you understand that everything that you see is a reflection of you, that you begin to see things from a deeper soul connection. For those of us who have, again, have experienced relationships in a variety of forms, there's those moments where when you bring that conscious intention into it, you can allow yourself to really be able to see the other person see yourself through their eyes. And this doesn't have to be, again, necessarily in a romantic relationship. This in itself is literally something that can happen with an animal. You know, sometimes people will go through that where they'll like see a dog and they'll be like, oh my God, like there's a soul in there. I see myself in there. I literally see like a conscious entity existing itself through this physical vessel. And it's no separate from myself. It's just another version of myself expressing itself in a different form. So with this card, it really invites us to begin to develop a deeper understanding of how we carry love with us, of how we carry love with us each and every single day, in a way where we begin to really start to see that when you truly love is coming from a place of service. For myself, that's one of the ways that I like to be able to look at it. You know, oftentimes we've kind of been convinced that love is about what you get. It's about what you receive. It's about finding that partner that will fit all of your needs. And no doubt that's part of it. It's kind of a story of a, it's more like a dance. It's more like a balance. But true love is a process of being able to, what I feel, being able to not just focus on what you get, but focus on what you give. Focus on how you can lift someone up. Focus on how you can bring someone else to their highest potential. Even for myself, you know, like going back and reflecting on way back when Lacey and I were really just connecting. To me, you know, before we were even in a romantic relationship, genuinely within my heart, I was just called to want to be able to see this person grow into the potential that I saw within them. And sometimes it was even before they saw that potential within themselves. And that's one of the beautiful things of love. Love is a way of seeing others. Love is a way of being able to see others in a way that they may not even see themselves. Love is being able to see the spirit, see the potential, see the worth, see the beauty, see the the ways that they themselves can learn how to love themselves even more. And so through the practice of loving others, we allow them to be able to learn what love feels like, and then to be able to take that love and begin to turn it more inwards, begin to cultivate a deeper relationship as well, and an emotional closeness with their own personal love. Because as much as it is a journey about being able to love the external, this is really about being able to love the internal through the representation of the external. So when you begin to love those around you, can you, from a higher perceptive metaphysical level, actually see it as an act of self-love? Can you literally allow yourself to begin to dissolve the illusion of separation? So within this, again, finding oneself in someone else means crossing over the boundaries of the material world and maintaining the connection of oneness. So when you're practicing loving yourself, no doubt that moment of oneness is there. But when you're practicing sharing your love with another being, it allows yourself to, again, pass forth this threshold where what was once a connection of oneness is now a connection of oneness that is representing itself in a connection of duality. And this in itself may seem like something where, and again, it's sometimes, again, if the words are, I'm trying to explain things and I can like feel it in my head, and sometimes the words don't always even articulate quite it is that I'm always trying to be able to communicate here, but hopefully you guys can feel it, because this is a card about being able to cultivate harmony. This is a card about being able to, and I'll say this is what I'll hit upon. Treat others as if they were your lover. And I don't just mean your lover in the way of it being like a romantic lover, but treat others in the way where you want to be able to help others grow. You want to be able to see them succeed. You want to be able to see them rise. Because when you truly allow yourself to treat others as your lover, this is, again, not just this process of seeing them in like, like the cliche of the lover, but it's really being able to practice enacting from this space of being nothing less than love. So when you treat another like a lover, if anything, like, that can become the baseline for you. That doesn't become an exception. And that relationship is going to look different depending on who it is that you're engaging with on different moments. But when you truly allow yourself to treat another like a lover, you allow yourself to really begin to understand that you are nothing less than love, that you are love in human form. And by love, I literally, again, what is love? Like, what is love? Like, I'm asking you. And I think love in itself is the universe seeing itself through the multiple lenses of perception. And when we see ourselves through these different eyes, it allows us to see more of ourselves. And so with this, it not only allows us to see more of ourselves, but allows us to discover more of ourselves. So with this card, I'll riff on it for a little bit longer, and then we'll get into Kimberly's reading. When we practice loving others, when we practice being love with others, it allows us to meet more of ourselves. It allows us to see more of who we are as an active act of love, a perpetual act and embodiment of love. Love isn't just something that you do. Love is a vibration that you hold and a frequency that you emit and invite people into. I kind of like to think of this idea of love being like a pool of water. And so when you say like, hey, like, I'm in love, think of it as if you're in like a little hot tub, and that hot tub is like a frequency, a vibration. And then you like say to some friends, you're like, come on, like get in love with me, like get in the love with me, come into my vibrational field and experience what it's like to be in love. Does that sound a little bit different than maybe the way you were thinking about it before? Because when we think about that, are you in love? Are you in love right now? Are you inviting others to be in love with you? We have kind of this resistance to using the word love sometimes. We think we have to reserve it for kind of like these Hollywood cliche moments. But what happens if we actually begin to identify it as a state of being, which we can embody and emit as a frequency, and then throughout our day carry it with us so that the people who we meet, we are inviting them to be in love with us. And that state of being in love can literally just be kindness, compassion. Again, does not have to be romantic. It's a space where they can be seen. When you are in love, it is a place of presence. It is a place of acknowledgement. It is a place where spirit sees itself. Does this make sense for you? Drop an 1111 if it makes sense for you. And so with this card, I really see this card as a call to action, to practice moving into this world, acknowledging your ability to be able to carry with you this vibration of love, and then consciously inviting others to be in love with you. Not on the surface level, but in the vibrational frequency of the space that you're creating. And in the process of doing that, what happens when they are in love with you? It can open their hearts. It can allow them to see themselves through you. And you have these aha moments where the mirrors are reflecting back on themselves and you say, oh, there you are. I see you. I see you. Ubuntu. Namaste. Ala kish ala ken. You know, like I am because we are. This is what this card is about. This card is about being able to see others as your lover, regardless. Because when you see others as your lovers, you see others as the extension of yourself that is within this cosmic dance that we are all moving through. All times, always, in all states. You never are and never will be loved any less than as much as you are loved right now. I'll say that again. This is like really, really powerful idea, because when you really begin to understand this, you understand that the vibration, the frequency of love is accessible at any moment. There is not a single moment in your life where you will be loved any more or any less than how much you are loved right now. And I'm saying that from a very like powerful, enlightening, empowering perspective, because right now you are incredibly loved. You are incredibly loved because you are in the essence of love. You come from the ocean of love and you carry it with you. And again, you become this frequency holder where you carry that space of love into your relationships. You know, when you walk into a room, people feel the vibration that you bring with you. That vibration is literally the vibration of love, that vibration of harmony. So, key words, words of feeling, tapping into a deeper space of our feeling and really being able to use our intuition to bring more awareness as to how others within our reality may need the love that we are bringing in. And the ability to be in relationship. So relationship, bringing in more conscious awareness to what is our relationship like, the many relationships that we have, not just relationship in a romantic sense. Dream world, really being able to see the dream-like nature of this reality and the dissolving of the illusion of separation between us. And when you do that, you begin to understand it's just like, oh, like I am you, you are me, but you are love, and as am I, sort of thing. Sympathy, empathy, agreement, soul connection, common interest, affection, harmony. Traditional meaning, love, attachment, yearning, partnership, emotional closeness, loving encounter, togetherness, charity. Be the lover that this world needs. Do not wait for that romantic partnership to show up, to give you permission to go out there and to share the love that you are. Carry it with you in each and every single moment, in each and every single breath, and wield it. Carry it like a torch, because this world needs more love. And this world is a better place because of the unique version of love that you express into it. So, like a hot tub party, that love is a space that you invite people into. And you carry it with you. So next time you go out there, be more aware of the ways that you can treat others like your lover, because you are the lover. And so you're treating yourself from that perspective of the universe loving itself in the many forms that it does. So very, very powerful card. Like honestly, I could talk about this card for a while, but if this resonates with you, Jess, if this resonates with you, if this resonates with you, drop those 1111s in the chat, and feel free to even just leave any additional comments there. And go ahead and drop an affirmation into the chat as to how this card speaks to your heart And I'll just practice sharing a little affirmation, a little I am, we are affirmation. And I invite you guys to practice sharing an affirmation as well to kind of like bring home the message here. So I am reminding myself of the infinite source of love that I carry with me in each and every single moment that I express through my actions and words and presence, to be able to develop a deeper, meaningful relationship with others in my life by being able to acknowledge them as an extension of myself, by seeing and embodying and treating others as the fellow lover. You are the dream awakening to itself. You are the love awakening to itself. Pretty cool card. So if that resonates with you guys, go ahead and let us know. Jess, thank you so much for helping us pull that card there. It's been a while since I pulled that card. Every time I pull it, I explain it differently, which is interesting. Like, that happens with cards. Like, I'll pull the same card like a month apart, and I'll give like, it's not just what I'm sharing, it's like what's coming through me in this moment. So hey, Kim Smith, thank you so much for joining in. Kim, you're on Twitch now as well. I know you were on YouTube a second ago, and Kim, you contributed on the PayPal. Thank you so much, Kim. Guys, let's give a nice warm thank you to Kim. And Kim, if you want to stay on Twitch, that's totally fine, and we can facilitate the next reading there. Cool. All right, well, Kim, this will be the last reading for tonight, unless anybody contributes some additional contributions on PayPal or Patreon. Not expecting it. And again, for those of you who may be new, if you guys want to be able to check out the Patreon at any point afterwards, definitely go ahead and do that. Again, you can think of like the Patreon as like the subscription feature within Twitch, I guess, but that's our monthly membership, and that's where you can connect further into our community and get access to our exclusive events, including our Dream Discussion Circle coming up this Saturday at 11 a.m. EDT. And again, that's $11 a month. Super affordable. We do that in a way to be able to help give people the easy accessibility to be able to say, fuck yeah, I want to be able to join this awesome team of conscious creators. So if that's something you want to be able to take a look at, go ahead and check out the Patreon when it works for you. Kimberly, let's move into your reading. And as we do this, I invite you to be able to choose what deck you would like to be able to use. So Kimberly, these are the decks that you can choose from, and Kimberly, just go ahead and if this is new-ish for you, like, I'm not sure how long you've been following me, and I apologize if you've been following me for a while. We have so many people, awesome people that follow me. If you're new, drop a 333 in the chat. Like, I'm just curious, and either way, I'm asking that just again as an opportunity to be able to say welcome and thank you so much for joining in, especially if you happen to be new. So the decks that you can choose from, Kimberly, speaking to you on Twitch. Awesome, you are new. Well, welcome, Kimberly. So go ahead and choose which deck you would like to use. You can choose the Ananda Tarot deck, which is the deck that we just used. The Hero's Journey, which is an Oracle deck. The Lightworker Oracle deck, which is an awesome one. I love this one. Or the Sacred Spirit, also an Oracle deck. So all of them are a good choice, and just allow yourself to intuitively feel which one you're most excited about, and then we'll get into that next reading. Thank you guys so much again for joining in. Again, I'll be live here for more tarot Saturday, or no, what day? Thursday morning at 11 a.m. EDT. And awesome. And shout out to the 3 people tuned in on Twitch right now. Happy to have you guys here. All right, gonna do the Lightworker Oracle deck. Great choice. Carly, are you still tuned in right now? All right, guys, if you aren't already yet, go follow Cosmic Carly on Twitch. She also does readings as well. So okay, all right, like I said, this is probably our last reading for tonight. And again, every reading that we do, this is a reading where we do it in a way where it's for anybody who's tuned in. So every reading that we do is for the collective. And it's also, again, for the person who is contributing, and you're going to help facilitate this reading. And Kimberly, I'll give you the instructions for that in 2 seconds. So I'm streaming. Like, where am I broadcasting from? I am broadcasting from the mystical lands of Canada. So AKA Narnia. So okay. Again, shout out to those of you on TikTok or Instagram. If you guys want to join in on YouTube, click the link in my profile, make the jump over there. So the way how this is going to work, Kimberly, we've been doing this for quite some time, and it's a really exciting way to be able to share inspiration with the team. We'll be doing a quick little meditation. And within this meditation, I'll guide you through it. Everybody will be joining. We'll drop into our heart space and we'll focus in on gratitude. And then as we do that, we'll focus on the intention, show us what we need to see. And then as you do that, I'll guide you through it. And then I'll invite you to just take a few more breaths, listen to your intuition. And then when you are ready, you'll open your eyes and you'll type now into the chat. And at that point, that's where I'll take your cue. We'll split the deck. And so that's where your moment of saying that helps initiate which card we pull. So it's kind of like combining both of our collective intuition into one moment. So, and we've been doing it for quite some time. It's a pretty effective, pretty cool way of being able to do it. And collectively having that intention of the team makes a big difference. So Kim, if you're ready for that, go ahead and drop just let us know. Just let us know if you're ready. You can just say I'm ready in the chat, and we'll initiate that with a quick little meditation. Then we'll pull the card, and then we'll go from there. So awesome. Kim understands, and with that said, we will get ready. And thank you guys so much for joining in. Again, this will be our last reading for tonight. But if there are any last minute contributions on PayPal or Patreon, feel free to check those out. And again, for those of you who haven't, feel free to check out our Patreon and learn more about the membership options there. And especially if you're interested in our Dream Discussion Circle this Saturday. So send me a DM on Instagram if you guys have any questions. All right, Kim's ready. And for everybody here, let's just do a quick little meditation. And we are ready to go. So perfect. All right, Kimberly, thank you again. For everybody here, when you're ready, go ahead and gently close your eyes. Now, as you close your eyes, allow yourself to connect with your breath. Soft, gentle inhales and soft, gentle exhales. For everybody here, for Kimberly, as you breathe, just allowing yourself to be in this present moment. And just connecting into your heart space as you just take a moment here to be able to bring in this energy of gratitude. Gratitude for yourself. Gratitude for the space, gratitude for the team, gratitude for the messages we are here to receive. With gratitude in your heart, Kim, and for everybody here, collectively putting out the intention, focusing on the intention, show us what we need to see. We being the individual, the collective, and the team, show us what we need to see. Speak this intention with your heart. Speak it with your mind, speak it with your words, speak it with your soul. Sending out that intention like a beam of light up into the heavens, bringing down the wisdom of the stars. And so continuing to focus on that intention, show us what we need to see. Kimberly, take a few more moments here, no rush, connect with your breath, listen to your intuition, and when you are ready, type now into the chat. For everybody else, continuing to breathe here and allow yourself to just take a moment to be able to add in your wizard noises into the chat. And I'm just going to charge the deck real quick. I know Kim's going to type now in the chat in a moment. So thank you to all the wizards across the land. For united we are here and we do stand, to be able to send out our magic in these waves of light, to be able to show others how to stand for what's right. For this is the opportunity for us to truly rise, for us to truly be able to bring forth the wisdom of the sky. For as above, so below, we will be ready to pull this deck and to reveal what it is that we are here to know. And as we put this energy into this moment, I thank each and every single one of you for being a part of this journey where truly we are here to own it. And as we hold this energy into this space, and as Kimberly gets ready to be able to type now, we shall get ready to pull the card and to be able to see forth what is drawn into this magic of the wow. Just holding space here. Breathe into the softness, into the stillness. And now, as Kimberly types into the chat, we split the deck to reveal the message that we shall have. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, this is a lovely card. We actually had this card not too long ago, but honestly, This is a card that I really love being able to go back to, and there's a reason why we've probably got it more than once. So the card that we have pulled, again, with Kimberly, for anybody else who is tuned in right now, is card number 44, Seventh Ray of Ritual, Order, and Ceremony. So I'm just going to open up the deck here, and again, the way how we do this, I'll just take a moment to be able to visually explain what's on the deck, on the card, to read from the book, and then from there to continue to be able to just add a little bit more intuitive channeling into the message of this card. Is this an interesting card for you, Kimberly? You're like saying your reaction seems to express that there's some sort of significance to it, perhaps. So, oh, there we go. Awesome. Kimberly says her number is 44. And it's the other thing that's interesting is that this card is actually like the last card in the deck. So it's like one of the top cards in the deck, man. So there you go, Kimberly. Thank you for experiencing the magic that we do here on these broadcasts. Like time and time again, people are like, whoa, this was like a really good card that I was able to receive. And Carly can testify. I mean, those of you who tune in on the regular, you guys know the magic that we have here on this broadcast. And a lot of that is, again, it's the collective intention of the team. It's the energy that we create here together. So you guys are doing great. All right, let's dive a little bit deeper here into this card. So card number 44, Seventh Ray of Ritual, Order, and Ceremony. For those of you on TikTok and Instagram, thank you guys so much for joining in. At this point, I invite you to be able to tune in on YouTube. Click the link in my profile. You'll see the link for YouTube there. Go ahead, jump over. And then from there, you'll be able to see the primary camera and add your comments into the chat there. So if you're on Instagram and TikTok, click the link in my profile now. Join in on YouTube. And yeah, we'll keep things rolling. If there are any additional contributions on PayPal or Patreon, you guys know I'm always down to do more readings. But other than that, this will be our last reading for tonight. So visually explained in this card here, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful image. And what we see here is several women in what appears to be, the best way I can describe this is almost like a theatrical performance. It's kind of like a dance, like a ritualistic ceremony where we have this one woman who is standing above with their chests open and their arms to the heaven. Again, I'm just explaining it literally. And this energy of exaltation and this beautiful beam of light kind of coming down upon them. And then this other woman, this feminine form, just kind of here in the middle. And then these other women down below, you can kind of see them. They're kind of like crouched over in a very meditative and reflective state. This is like very theatrical. Kind of reminds me of a scene from Les Miserables. I don't know if that makes sense, but I don't know, for some reason it reminds me of that. Like something where it's like a Broadway stage play. But again, you can really see there's a lot of energy being anchored into not just the individual, but to the collective here, to the team anchoring in this energy together. So again, that's just me explaining the literal image of the card. So let's dive a little bit deeper here as well. So for everybody here, if you're here, this message is for you. Allow yourself to be able to just open your heart, open your mind. Hey, Ciara, thanks for tuning in. For those of you on TikTok and Instagram, click the link in my profile. Through there, you'll see the link on YouTube. And again, drop any 1111s in the comment if anything we say resonates for you. We are here to be able to inspire and support your spirit on your journey of shifting consciousness. So, card number 44, Seventh Ray of Ritual, Order, and Ceremony. Again, I'm going to read through the book, and then from there, I'll do some like additional channeling. When the gift of the seventh ray enters your life, something new is being formed, something that will benefit your world. There may be an increased interest in magic, ceremony, and ritual for healing purposes. Resonating with high-frequency violet light and Archangel Zadkiel, the seventh ray also helps transmute energy from lower to higher frequency. It is a spiritual cleansing agent that allows the truth of spiritual freedom, empowerment, and choice to be seen, felt, restoring hope and joy to the heart. The seventh ray is very active upon the earth at this time. All of humanity is being affected by it. The seventh ray is the push-pull between the old and the new. The life that it has been and can no longer continue in that form, and the new life that wants to evolve from the old. It honors traditions and ancestral wisdom that serve new life. When the seventh ray enters your life, you are asked to balance your attachment to what has been with an openness to the new. It is a time to fearlessly question what has been, Honor what continues to hold value for you and dismiss what no longer serves you. Again, if anything we say resonates with you, if it speaks to your heart, drop those 1111s in the chat. And you guys can just chat amongst each other as well. The seventh ray also creates form from invisible, intangible spiritual energy. These are the inspired solutions and synchronicities that seem to come out of nowhere. They are the signs of the divine order happening. The seventh ray brings an alignment with the divine order, and the more you are willing to invoke and allow that energy to bless you, the more your life aligns itself with the genius of creativity, solutions, and loving opportunities of the universe wants to bring to your world. The gifts of ritual, order, and ceremony are ways to attract this energy. Conscious ceremony done in service to unconditional divine love feeds a need for sacred embodiment. It is the hunger within the soul that many seek to feed through religion and others through the less conscious rituals of addiction. Ritual can be something that keeps you stuck or opens you to the sacred. Choosing a spiritual practice to engage on a regular basis, creating your own spiritual system, will help you call the genius of the seventh ray energy into your life. Your spiritual practice might be a daily prayer by a short, maybe a daily prayer followed by a short conscious dance or yoga session, a meditation, a walk in nature, or some combination of these. Find what works for you. Do that regularly. Make it a priority. You can invite spirit into your life through a simple and ordered system that you do on a regular basis, even if only for 5 or 10 minutes a day. Then, the new life, the new you, the order that brings an expansive idea to life in the world can happen. The challenge with the seventh ray is not to become obsessed with the future, with the new, to the extent that you forget about the valuable aspect of what already is. It is about developing what has value, not rejecting outright anything from the past. The past can teach us wisdom and help us create a more loving future if we allow ourselves to balance our passion for the future with a respect for what has been. The gift of the seventh ray is the ability to live as an embodied divine presence. For humans who don't trust or even recognize the love of the divine in their hearts as yet, those who do are great supporters. The seventh ray empowers us to use loving ritual to invite divine presence to fill us and our lives. It also teaches us how to use our consciousness to clean up our own energy field and the energy field of the world around us, so the divine can show its face more clearly. The comfort of this can help free all beings from anguish and suffering. And then there's an invocation here, which we'll read a little bit closer to the end. So let's just dive a little bit deeper and just kind of channel forth some additional insight based on this card. Again, if anything that was said resonates with you, drop those 1111s in the chat. Feel free to let us know. So, for everybody who's here right now, this card, very, very, very powerful reminder that invites us into the opportunity to be able to reflect. What are the rituals like within your life right now? Where are there a lack of rituals? Where can you begin to cultivate more rituals? What rituals do you want to be able to start doing more? What rituals do you begin that really allow you to begin to connect with those deeper aspects of your spirit? So even with the previous cards that we received earlier in the day, even the one about like grounding your light, very relative to this practice. And so when we create those moments of ritual and of ceremony, again, what we're doing here is we're really aligning ourselves with the natural rhythms of life, because life itself kind of goes through this process of expansion and contraction, moving away and coming back. But if we don't have those rituals and those ceremonies to be able to return to, oftentimes what evidently happens is we just kind of like move out, and then it's just kind of like, and it's just all over the place. And we're lucky just to be able to kind of like navigate, and sometimes we're bouncing off of things and we're just kind of going from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next. And that's not to say there's anything wrong with that. Like literally sometimes that's just like the circumstance of what it is that we're in. But when we allow ourselves to have those moments of ritual and of ceremony, and those rituals and ceremonies can be quite simple, They can literally be, like listening to a song you like. They can be a moment of doing breath work. They can be a moment of going for a walk in the park. They can literally just be an opportunity where you're reflecting in the shower. Those are the moments where we really allow ourselves to find that place back in the center that we can return to. So that way, when we're going out, we come back. We go out and we come back. We go out and we come back. And when you do this, it really begins to accelerate the growth. The growth becomes stronger with each exhale, with each opportunity where we bring more of our energy out into the world. So with this, it's important to be able to find home within your ceremony, to find home within your ritual, and to be able to begin cultivating more of those rituals within your day-to-day life that are going to serve you, and really being able to show up in the ways that you are meant to do. And what's important here is that these ceremonies and these rituals, again, what this card is reflecting on, the rituals that we do on an individual level are incredibly important. But one of the things that is really going to take things to the next level is being able to connect to the rituals with community, the rituals with tribe, the rituals with a ceremony that is connecting us to the hearts of others, where we come into these sacred circles and we can see each other as the sacred mirrors that we are. And honestly, again, like even these broadcasts that we do, these broadcasts and the other events that I host for the community and the other creators that they host as well, we do these in a way where these are versions of rituals. These are a way for us to be able to cultivate inspiration, to ground ourselves into this present moment, to find home within our heart. And then after this moment, we go out there. We go out into the world. We go out into this journey. We expand far beyond the horizon. We unfold into the synchronicity before us. And then we allow ourselves to come back. Where have you been? What adventures have you seen? Tell us of the lands beyond the hills. And then in this, we allow ourselves to be able to share in the wisdom of our collective growth. And we cultivate that inspiration. We learn, we share our challenges, and then we continue to move further out. And we come back and we move out, and we come back and we move out. So just like the breath of the cosmos itself, your life can be a version of that breath. And when you create those rituals in rhythm, that's you allowing yourself to find a way to really begin to build new momentum and new focus that will cultivate itself in a very holographic way. How you do one thing is how you do everything. So if you're looking to be able to develop more willpower within your life, find the little things that you can do that begin as a little bit of a ritual and a practice and a routine that will allow you to begin to cultivate more of that focus that expands into your other tasks. So that's where things such as cold showers, it's not just about the cold shower. It's about the mindset that the cold shower cultivates. And when you enter into that place of discomfort, it allows you to be able to approach other challenges with that mindset, to be able to say, hey, I can push through this. And so when you take the time to be able to meditate, it allows you to be able to sharpen your sword, to tune your instrument. And then when you bring it with you out into the challenges of the world, it allows you to stand from a place of confidence where it says, hey, I can make decisions more clearly. I can see the bigger picture. I'm not just going to act on impulse. I'm going to act from a place of responsibility from within my heart. So cultivating order and ceremony for a lot of us is something that can drastically change our life. And I think for a lot of us, we're probably missing it. There's probably places in our life where right now, the rituals that we are doing, and again, no judgment on this, like I do it as well, are probably rituals that aren't necessarily the ones that are serving our highest growth. If anything, they're kind of, there's different rituals. There's rituals that can just kind of get you in a spiral where it's just kind of a loop and it doesn't really take you anywhere. Sometimes it takes you down. Or you can create those rituals where it's a spiral, but it's an ascending spiral and it's taking you up and you literally grow. So the ones that are just kind of keeping you in a loop, oftentimes those can be the ones where it's literally just kind of like getting sucked into the ritual of being on your phone for like 2 hours before you go to sleep. Is that the best ritual to be able to do? It's okay to be able to decompress at the end of the day. Perhaps there are other ways to be able to decompress at the end of the day. But with this card, I really invite you to be able to see it as an invitation to be able to say, hey, you know what? I would benefit from being able to bring more intention into my daily ritual. Instead of being able to just kind of like mindlessly spend time looking at my phone, which I've done 1,000 times before going to sleep, I'm going to put my phone down half an hour before going to bed, and I'm going to spend an extra little bit of time connecting with my breath, doing a little bit of meditation, doing a journal. Do it from a place of curiosity. Just be able to say, hey, you know what? This isn't going to kill me. Maybe it's going to challenge me, but I wonder how my life would change if I were to implement a few little rituals and routines into my life that are going to make it better, that are going to move me in new directions, that are really going to kind of like shift my focus. So again, if anything I say is here resonating with you, but use this card again, Kim, and for anybody, use this card as a prompt to be able to either affirm the rituals that you are cultivating in your reality, or to see it as a reminder for the ways in which you can continue to start to bring more ritual and ceremony and order into your practices in a daily way that will create the foundation for new growth, that will create the foundation for new evolution. And you are supported in doing this because it's not something that even needs to be incredibly complex. Even if, again, it literally is, like, make it a fun ritual. You know what? My ritual is once a day, I'm going to put on a song I like and I'm going to dance just for that one song. If you just do that, do it in a way that's serving you. Do it in a way that is lifting you up. Do it in a way that's clearing stagnant energy. And that's why, again, for community, for us to be able to do things such as our morning meditations, which we do. If you guys aren't connected to our Discord server, go ahead and do that. Kim, you're welcome to connect to our Discord server. We have a team meditation most Monday to Fridays at 10 a.m. EDT, led by our different members in our community. Sifu Boggy is leading tomorrow's at 10 a.m. Those morning routines and rituals that we have, it's not a chore. It may be challenging, but it's something that we are doing in a way to really be able to nurture our form, to nurture our essence, to nurture our body that holographically unfolds into the rest of our day. The simple rituals that we have on a daily basis are often the ones of hygiene, and yet we don't necessarily bring the same attention towards the energetic hygiene, towards the exercise, towards the physical hygiene, in terms of the things that are going to help us kind of like move into a greater state of prosperity. Usually it's just the simple things like, hey, I'm going to brush my teeth and take a shower and floss every like 3 weeks or something like that, right? But what happens if we're just like, hey, what other rituals and routines can I really start to do to begin to move into a new potential for myself? Can you guys hear the Zelda music? Oh, no, never mind. I thought that was a comment about the Zelda music. LOL, love that Archangel Zadkiel is associated with this card. Yeah, Jess, do you know about Archangel Zadkiel? I'm not entirely familiar with them, but if you can tell us more about them, please feel free. But yes, again, with this card, begin to reflect on the little rituals that you can do that can drastically support you on your mission holographically. So again, these are the little things: meditation, walks in nature, maybe eating food at a table with your family if that's an option for you. Little rituals and ceremonies where you come together as a community and really connect and create those meaningful moments. Begin to create little opportunities where you start to reach out with your friends and say like, hey, you know what? Like once a month, let's go out to the park and let's just go for a walk and spend time together. Have those meaningful social interactions that are going to nurture your heart. Create the rituals that are going to satisfy you, that are going to serve you and not just satisfy you, I should say. There's plenty of rituals that may satisfy you, but they don't necessarily serve you, like the rituals which, again, are kind of lean more into the addiction. Instead, allow yourself to begin to fall in love with the growth that will come through doing the rituals that at first may seem a little bit challenging. But imagine if you were to do yoga every single morning. Just imagine, theoretically, if you were to do that, would that not benefit you? Absolutely. Why don't we do it? Because it's not necessarily something that a lot of other people are doing, and we've got a lot of other things going on, and there's plenty of excuses, and we've got all of these responsibilities, and that's okay. And no shame if that's legitimately the circumstance that you're in. But that's not necessarily, again, justifying the fact that you can't begin to implement other versions of rituals within your life that work for your flow, that work for your pattern. Just because you're not doing like the exercise and the sprints first thing in the morning and stuff like that, like those like crazy things that we usually associate with like high-end rituals, but begin to find those little rituals. Before bed, I'm going to take my phone, I'm going to turn it off, and I'm going to meditate before bed. Something simple like that. I'm going to wake up in the morning, and I'm going to take 10 minutes to be able to reflect on gratitude, and then I'm going to check my phone. I'm going to drink more water. I know, it seems kind of redundant. I am going to go for more walks in nature. I am going to make sure that I'm telling my friends that I appreciate them and take time to be able to create circumstances and opportunities where I can connect deeper into my heart space and share that with others. I'm going to create ritual and routine for myself where I'm connecting more into my creative talents, into my artistic talents, whatever the case may be. So we're getting close to wrapping up this card. But again, with this card, this is a card about really being able to do this in a way where it brings us to another level of our embodied expression of divine presence. Because when we continue to cultivate the refinement of our being through these rituals and ceremonies, again, it allows us to become a better conduit for consciousness, which thus in turn allows us to be able to really tap into the magic of our heart, which we thus bring out into the world. So you can really begin to approach these rituals and ceremonies in a very altruistic way, where you're not even just doing it for yourself, but you begin to fall in love with the form of yourself that you are becoming through doing it. And thus in turn being able to bring that light into a way that is going to inspire others around you as well. So for humans who don't trust or even recognize the love of the divine in their hearts as yet, those who do are great supporters. The seventh ray empowers us to use loving ritual to invite divine presence to fill us and our lives. It also teaches us to use our consciousness to clean our own energy field and the energy of the field around us so the divine can show its face more clearly. The comfort of this can help free all beings from anguish and suffering. 1 second here. So again, create those rituals where it's really being able to check in. How's my energy field right now? Do I need to ground? Do I need to cleanse? What is it that I really need to be able to focus on right now in a way that's going to allow me to be able to bring more of that clarity into my direct experience? What's going to allow me to be able to keep things on point? What's going to allow me to really be able to support not just myself, but to support myself in a way where I can support others? So you almost have to kind of like treat yourself as if you're your own beloved. And what would you want for your beloved? You'd want for them to be able to continue to rise into your potential. So when you lay out the conditions for yourself, where you say, hey, look, these are my rituals, these are my commitments, these are my little routines, just as an experiment. You could literally do it as an experiment. Like, like literally, like what would happen if you were to wake up a little bit earlier each day and take some extra time to do a little bit of breath work? Try it as an experiment, see what happens, and begin to find those rhythms and those rituals where you really start to fall in love with them. And not just them, but the ways that they are holographically affecting your life. And you use those rituals and routines as moments where you are connecting with spirit, where you are inviting in this connection with the divine. So how do you connect with the divine? In the simple little ways throughout your day. So card number 44, seventh ray of ritual, order, and ceremony. If what I said resonated with you, drop some 1111s in the chat. Supoka expansion, thank you so much for joining in. I do not speak Espanol, I apologize, but thank you so much for tuning in. And yeah, this might be our last reading for today. But Kimberly, go ahead and let us know how this resonates with you. And again, I hope this card is something that speaks to your heart and just gives you guys a little bit of extra motivation to be able to say, you know what? I do want to be able to bring in a little bit more ritual and routine and opportunity where I'm connecting with other awesome people, and to be able to be a part of a ritual and routine that's not just my own, but it's something that we get to do as a community. So again, for anybody here, if you guys are looking to connect with a community where we do have ritual and routine, connecting with the Paradigm Shift Central team. Again, we've been facilitating this community for quite some time, several years now. We've got regular events and group discussions and meditations and circles of all sorts. And if you guys want to be able to connect there, I'll post a link into the Discord. I'm actually doing some upgrades on the Discord, but that shouldn't stop you from joining there as well. So I'll post that into the Twitch here real quick. And again, if you want to connect further in the community, definitely check out the Patreon and check out the membership tier options there, where you can get access to the additional events and see if it resonates with you. To conclude this card, I invite you guys to be able to share a little affirmation about how this card resonates with you, to be able to speak from your mind into your body, to be able to embody this lesson, to be able to say, yes, I heard this, I heard the message. So write out a little affirmation on how this card speaks to you. So you can write it as a little like I am or we are affirmation. So I am continuing to bring more awareness to my intention to cultivate meaningful ritual in my reality that will deepen my practice of connecting with the divine. I am continuing to bring more intention into my practices of communal ritual that I share with others, so that we can collectively support and inspire each other as we bring this energy back into our daily lives and out into the bigger community. So Aho. Kimberly says, it did resonate. Thank you. I added rituals recently with my journey and I've actually kept up with it. Never been in this state of mind before last year, and I appreciate the validation. There you go, Kimberly. Beautiful. Yeah, and again, in a lot of cases, like sometimes the card isn't like, hey, you need to do this, but it more so it's like you are doing this. Keep it up and keep spiraling up. Dive a little bit deeper. Keep expanding on the rituals that you're creating. And good for you. One of the most important things with the rituals is, again, like the momentum that you build with those rituals, and then little rituals lead into even more rituals, and you can kind of just begin to fall in love with that. Even me doing these tarot broadcasts, this is a ritual for me. It started off as something that I had to be able to build momentum on, and here we are a few weeks into me really focusing again on doing these broadcasts. We were doing them a long time ago, and then I had to focus on other stuff, and now we're back on it, and again on this journey of discovering more people through Twitch, and building the team and inviting people back into the community who haven't heard of it. So yeah, I like the spiraling up phase. So easy to spiral down. Yeah, and again, that's a big part with this, is to be able to become conscious of the other rituals in our life that may not necessarily be serving us, and to do our best to be able to, like create a condition in our mind where it's like next time you find yourself unconsciously just kind of like getting lost in your phone, use that as like a cue to be able to say like, oh, I'm doing it again. I'm going to put the phone down. I'm going to get up and I'm going to shake my body for a bit and do a little like somatic energetics, or listen to a song, or go for a walk, right? So developing that willpower to be able to identify when those other rituals are kind of kicking in just through habit and routine gives us the opportunity to begin to bring in those new rituals. So again, what your brain does the most, it will do most often. So if you're doing old rituals and routines, begin replacing those with new rituals and routines, and then your brain will instinctively develop the neural pathways where that will be your immediate instinct to start doing that. So it takes a little bit of work, takes a little bit of motivation, but having that community support is definitely one of the most powerful ways to know that you're not doing it alone, especially with the dream practice. Again, we got our dream discussion coming up this Saturday. That's going to be a big part of it. Like, dream practice takes a lot of ritual, a lot of routine, a lot of devotion just to be able to practice that. So awesome. Thank you so much, Kimberly. Again, the Patreon, I'll just post a link for, you can do the Patreon command. Does that work? Yeah, it does work. Kimberly, if you want to check out the Patreon, again, if you're looking to be able to connect with our community of conscious creators, the info on the Patreon gives you a brief overview. Feel free to send me a direct message on Instagram, and super excited to be able to just welcome you into a little bit more of what it is that we got going here. And thank you again for your contribution on PayPal today. And yeah, it's been exciting just being able to hang out with you guys here once again for some more inspirational team tarot readings. So with that said, team, we will take a few moments here just to be able to confirm that we are going to shift things into the concluding part of this broadcast. And I think I'm going to play some 7 days, maybe just for like a half hour, just for fun, just to unwind. But if there is anybody who does want to do any additional last minute signups for a PayPal reading or a Patreon sign up for additional reading, go ahead and do that now. Last call on any of those. And in the moment, for anybody here, please feel free to just share any gratitude into the chat. And I'd love to just be able to echo that back to you guys. So Jess says he's known as the Archangel of Mercy, Archangel Zadkiel. Interesting. I'll have to look into that a little bit more. So welcome again to those of you on TikTok and Instagram. We're just getting close to wrapping things up here, but yeah, it's been another exciting tarot journey here with the team. So beautiful. I'll be sleeping good tonight. So, last night I was up till 3 a.m. doing some tarot readings on this. So thank you again to those of you who contributed on PayPal today. And yeah, we'll stick around here just for a few more moments. And again, if anybody would like to be able to contribute on PayPal or Patreon, go ahead and click the link in my profile or click the link in the info for this video. Last call on any readings, but I think we're ready to wrap it up, so that's totally fine. And then like I said, I'm gonna switch things over and play some video games on Twitch for a bit. I'll play some 7 days to die. It's like a zombie apocalypse game. It's like, honestly, that game is like one of my rituals, where playing that game is something that in certain circumstances, I haven't been playing as much recently, it's actually been like a meditation for me, where it really just allows me to go into a space where I'm like in that present moment. And as crazy as the world is sometimes, it's nice to just be able to have that space where you can just kind of go into it and just be like, like I can relax here. I don't have to worry about all the crazy stuff of the world. I'm in a world where I'm able to really just kind of like be in control, so to speak. So video games are awesome, man. Video games are so like therapeutic and beneficial when used with intention. So but yeah, if you guys want to get 7 Days to Die, that's the name of a game. You can get it on Steam, even if you're on Mac or PC. And yeah, it's a super cool game, and it's like a zombie like crafting survival horde game. So if you do decide to get it, feel free to let me know. Cool. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Awesome. Kimberly, thank you so much. Kimberly actually just joined in on the Patreon. Kimberly, I'm not sure if you're still in the Twitch chat, but thank you so much, Kimberly, for joining on the Patreon. That's an incredibly pleasant surprise. And Kimberly signed up at the $33 level on the Patreon. So incredibly honored to be able to have that right before we're about to wrap up the broadcast, Kimberly. And Kimberly, I'll check in with you here. I'm not sure if Kimberly's there. Oh, there she is. Kimberly, beautiful. Kimberly, thank you so much. If you, are you on Instagram, Kimberly? Can you send me a direct message on Instagram? I'll just make sure that I can sync up with you there, and we'll get you connected onto the Discord, and we'll get you synced up there. We do have a team meditation tomorrow at 10 a.m. EDT. Sifu Boggy, one of our members, our leading member, he's going to be leading that tomorrow. And again, we also have a podcast tomorrow night that I'll be hosting, and that's going to be interviewing another one of our members. And then on Saturday, we have our Dream Discussion Circle at 11 a.m. EDT, which of course you'll be welcome to join into. Usually when we do have the new signups on the Patreon, we'll do like another reading. Kimberly, if it's cool with you, I would love to just be able to kind of like shift the energy into concluding this broadcast. I think the reading that we did was super awesome. And if that's fine with you, I'd love to just be able to continue this energy into the next broadcast that we do. And also again, Kimberly, after your contributions process into the next month, you can reach out to me and we can do an additional one-on-one reading there as well. And again, that can be a one-on-one tarot reading. It can be a one-on-one conscious media creation coaching, or it could literally just be a one-on-one like shoot the shift. Whatever it is that you guys want to be able to reach out to me for. Again, that leading member plus level at the $33 level, you guys get the extra benefits and support there. And thank you so much, Kimberly. And again, that also has the Light Guardian crystal perk there too. So Kimberly, if you'd like to be able to order one of the Light Guardian crystals, not even order, if you'd like to be able to receive one of the Light Guardian crystals, we just ask that you pay shipping there. And even you could even just send like just like you already paid for the additional reading on the PayPal, so even if it's just like another $5 or whatever, that will cover shipping, and we'll count the last contribution on the PayPal towards your shipping there as well, whatever works. So cool, awesome, we'll do that. We'll run it over into another time. Kimberly, can you just let me know your Instagram? I'll just make sure I'm connected here right now, and then we can follow up, and I'll touch base with you tomorrow at least. So cool. And yeah, my Instagram is Mystic Spider-Man, just to confirm. So awesome. And I'll update the info on screen here. So with that said, this is exciting. Get to be able to upgrade that to 101 on Patreon, and Kimberly adding your name on screen. And thank you so much. And yeah, happy to be able to welcome you into a really awesome community space. So we've been facilitating this for quite some time, and it really brings together some awesome people, including Carly and Jess, who's tuned in. Carly, are you still tuned in right now? Guys, go ahead and give a nice warm welcome to Kimberly if you're tuned in on the chat still. I know it's a little bit quiet, but that's fine. So cool. All right, so you can see your name there up on screen, Kimberly. Thank you again. Kimberly, perfect. I'll just send you a quick friend request on Instagram just to confirm. There we go. Oh, did that not work? Hold on. Let me just make sure that I'm getting your Instagram profile there. Kimberly, can you just send me a friend request on Instagram? There's a few Kimberly Smiths, and when I ran a search on that, I'm not sure if it showed up with the right one. So cool. All right, team, we're gonna get close to wrapping this up here. There it is. Okay, Kim, I see it. Perfect. Awesome. All right. Beautiful. Oh, oh man, my thing's like glitching out again. For some reason, my Instagram isn't letting me like follow people, but it was working on my app, but now it's not working on my desktop. Kim, if you can send me a direct message on Instagram, go ahead and do that, and I'll double check that afterwards. So, all right. Well, team, let's shift gears here. Do you guys want to play some 7 days? For those of you who are here for the tarot reading, I'll restart the broadcast on Twitch, and we'll just be chilling out for a little bit. I won't be on YouTube, so for those of you who are on YouTube, go ahead and jump over to Twitch, and I'll keep my microphone on so that you guys can hang out with me for a bit, and I'll still be able to see your chat. And again, Mystic Spider-Man Tarot on Twitch, and we'll be playing some video games just for the next little bit, just for fun. Literally just for fun. So, all right. Kimberly, thank you so much. Jess, thank you so much. Carly, everybody else, and those of you on TikTok and Instagram, thank you as well. And yeah, we'll conclude the broadcast on YouTube, and I think I'll be shutting down the broadcast on TikTok and on Instagram as well. So yeah, because again, it's more just like an additional bonus broadcast. So. But we'll decompress, and then I'm going to get to sleep, and then we'll be back on air tomorrow for more tarot, 11 a.m. EDT. And if you're around for 10 a.m. EDT, tune in for Sifu Boggy's team meditation, and the link for that's through the Discord. So, guys, it's been an awesome. Again, my Twitch is Mystic Spider-Man Tarot. Jess, I did just post a link for the Twitch into the YouTube, so and it's in my profile link, so you can see it there. All right, team, wrapping this up. Thank you guys so much. It's always an absolute honor to be able to hang out with such amazing people. And please feel free to tell your friends about what it is that we got going on here. If this is something that means something to you and you want to be able to invite other people to it, please go ahead and do that. Check out the Patreon if you haven't already done that. Join our Discord and join us again for more Inspirational Team Tarot, Monday to Friday at 11 a.m. EDT. My name is Mystic Spider-Man, signing off. You guys have a wonderful rest of your night. For those of you who want to stick around on Twitch, I'll be playing some video games for a bit, some zombie apocalypse simulator, and you can find me on Twitch at Mystic Spider-Man Tarot. So thank you guys again. Have a beautiful rest of your night. Kimberly, Jess, Carly, Jennifer, Lauren, all the people who are tuned in. I love you guys so much, and we'll see you soon. Signing off on YouTube. Much love, and stay tuned. I'll restart the broadcast on Twitch momentarily.